Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Bro, we live and direct. Good to see the people in the chat room. It's a beautiful day in paradise once again in the fallen kingdom, ruled by demons and Satan himself. Press one. Trying to figure it all out right here, Bro University. Press one. Shout out to Savannah, Amanda, B. Samuels. Shout out to Shiva. Shout out to Force Glory. Got to get my moderators out the way in Wakanda for sure. Uh, uh, gracious, gracious at information and keeping my chat room uh, uh, in a peaceful state of being. With all extra ramble going on, distracting us from what's going on. This ain't the Bugalows. This is the master class. Press one. We trying to figure it out. This ain't no place you can just come and holler at your boy and waste my time like that. Probably to you, you may think I'm playing with this shit. Somebody cool and shit. What's up, kid? I see everybody fucking with you. I'm finna fuck with you, bro. Chill with all that. 424-209-9506. Introduce yourself to the class or something. Press one. Yeah. Mrs. Karen Divine Williams. Press one. Oh, we got a great conversation going on right now. I'm finna loosen you from the mindset of Sachetta right now. Hit the like button and subscribe. I'm finna loosen your crazy bungalow ass. Yo, Pharaoh Greek mythology. Press one. We going straight to the Greek. Press one, and they're not gonna distract us in nothing. I'm going for the gusto. I need the debate. Press one. Did Christianity? I got it right here. Did Christianity take from Egypt? Let's go. Press one. Did they take from Egypt? Press one. This is fun. Woo! This is bringing the debate out of me. You feel me, Bocat? Because I realize since the people is confused and lost in confusion, and that's like little chatter in debate, undecided on what to choose. Confusion is just that a mind that's undecided, caught up in the many different things they pen and observe and trying to get it right. That's all it is. Ain't nothing more than that. Hit the like button. We all trying to get there. So, ask away, ask any question you like. I'm always here for anybody with any questions. And since I'm gonna be talking about Egypt and Greek and Christianity today, because we going metaphysical. Can we go metaphysical today? Press button. Can we go metaphysical one time? Because ain't nothing new under the sun. And they say what's going on in the metaphysical is going on, also going on in the physical. So you got to know the split tongue language. Press what? You got to understand the split tongue language. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Ukraine at war. Ain't nothing going on in the world. Bunch of news. Nothing going on. Diane presses too. Don't worry about Diane. She wants to be different. Don't worry about it. Diane wants to be different. Don't retract it, Diane. It's okay. You can press two. You can come in here backward. Press one. That's okay. When you start calling in and being a real part of the show, Diane, then I will start giving a fuck. But I really don't care about your tools or nothing. Just making sure that people get that information and then ask the right question. Since it seems like Kev the only one to take on this cult of Osiris. Press one. Now we in the black community know who the cult Osiris is. So don't start looking around playing retarded. Don't start looking around now. No, y'all want to know? Yep, I caught your ass. Look. Best one. This is the best movie of my life. Yeah, got your ass, didn't we? Got you. Playing around. You didn't think Kev gonna figure this shit out. Kev getting closer and closer to this big ass grand finale. It's beautiful. Yeah. I know why you believe in astrology. Press one. This is fun. I like this. It used to be scary. This is fun. Shit. I see why y'all wake up early like Kev. Come on, bro. Y'all like in a little maze. Y'all like little maze runners stuck like, oh shit, man, Kev went to sleep and you stuck on the computer in the maze. But one, you ain't finna leave nowhere. You just in place. Go to bed. Go to bed, wake up. It's okay. You feel me? You can't do nothing but realize the truth, and the truth will set you free. That's the beauty of it all. You gonna realize the truth. We should do these shows like at 10 o'clock at night when the nighttime come. Make it real, like ooh. No, but it's according to the studies. Like I said, they took what's in law and made it metaphysical, or they took the metaphysical and made it law on the land. There's two ways you can look at that. So I'm allowing both perspectives, and maybe a few more that's out there that I haven't really gave any mind energy to. But it's a good thing to know what we all caught up in, including you. This the beauty of it. I didn't know nothing about it. It's been a great ride, y'all. Press one. I didn't know nothing about it. While y'all trying to be the occult, ain't shit the occult. Now I know why Kendra G say, "All right, what's your sign?" Press one. I ain't got no my sign. I ain't got no sign. I'm Gillespie. Sign. I'm cool. Press one. Oh no. They don't fucked us over big time with this astrology madness. Remember I told you Todd and Bocat, they had us caught up and got down. Press one. Got them. They had us caught up in the spiritual belief of the dead. And the God that created astrology and things of this nature. Press one. And 424-209-9506. Somebody tell Jabari big head ass to wake up and come over here and call my phone or something. Press one. Because we're going to talk about Serapis Bay. Where all the Bay people at? Press one. We're all the Bay people in all of your glory. Stand up right now and prove to me. Press one. Let me know who you serve. Press one. Let me know who you serve.
Two.
Coffee and Kush TV. The idol destroyer. And you on the air.
The highest bishop is the Pope. Gillespie is a servant of the Pope,
That's
of
right.
a bishop.
That's
Okay,
right.
Gillespie.
Shut up, nigga. I am a servant of the bishop, fool. That is my rank, stupid. That's right. That's right. You ain't letting nobody. Let me take off my motherfucking hat right now. You hear? You see this motherfucker? You fool is a boss, nigga. That shit take the big gorilla. Caesar, fool. The fuck you think the awakening is, nigga? You ain't telling nobody nothing they didn't know by watching me on this fucking screen, punk. You mean you damn right I am a servant of the highest order that has ever been placed on this earth. Sucker. Press one. Not no corporate state that has overran the people with the worship of the serpent, Serapis, fool, nigga. I'm coming to destroy that. And call me Machiavelli the Don, nigga. That's right. Call again and say it again. Say it again. I'm glad. Press one. I'm glad your ass is around. Oh shit. That's right. Big man. That's right. That's right. Say it again. Then I'll pop you in your mouth. Stupid. Wow. You figured it out. I thought Haiti. I thought it was Haiti. Press one. I thought it was Haiti. That motherfucker start talking about Egyptian pharaohs and Osiris and your fucking flag. Press one. And the old gods of the. I told you, my God will kick your God ass any day. Press one. That's what I told you. Thought I was just rapping. My God, the nigga. You ever seen the Ford pissing on Chevy sign or the Chevy pissing on my God, squash all God? What are you talking about? Hit the
Unknown
like button
caller.
and subscribe. That's right. You know what my name means. So why are you playing? Coffee and Kush TV, Ohio, which is being annihilated at this time. You on the air. Go ahead.
Servant means slave, you
That's
dumbass.
right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Servant means servant. You got slave confused. That's right. Look at him. My life has always been of service, son. I don't even know what you thought this was. This has always been of service. I look good, huh? I look better than you. Press one. You talking about slave, fool? I'm a servant of the Most High God. Press. Are you a fool? Are you crazy? They crazy, man. Shout out to my Cash App. B. Samuel Gillespie. Hashtag Kev Row. I thought they had figured it out. I thought this all done. Just keep walking him, walk with me. Don't worry about it. You trolling something you can't, you won't have no conception of. And today we talking about Serapis, serpent man. Press button. That's what we talking about today. I'll give you that. That's what we talking about. The serpent in the garden. Press one. Boy, if the scripture was read correctly
Unknown
in
caller.
scripture, it would read, hold on, loser. It will read and the serpent, Serapis, came out the tree and manipulated Eve. Press one. Look at Peter. You see Peter? He's struggling. Patai struggling. Look at him. No. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, no. Yes, 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 yes. He's begging for help. That's what these. Every day is new here. I never know what this man. He's begging. Oh, help, bro. No, no, bro. No, bro. Yes, yes, yes. Come here. This one. You at the point in your life where Neo accepts Agent Smith and he sticks his hand in your face, stupid. Press one. But I don't even know what they how where. I'm in none of your little schools of thought. I'm in none of y'all, and I hold all this knowledge and wisdom that wakes up the simple man to the ultimate. These regular niggas walking around with their chests out. Press, well, you crazy? While you playing around at Kev Row University, and like I said, Tosh, they talking about Kev Row. They don't even know what that is. Just playing around. And why? Because they don't want you to know the truth. And the truth will set you free from the bullshit. And since we was already on the papacy and the bull and Peter, it's a fine time to start talking about the Egyptian and Greek connection to all of this uh, caustic religious foundation that you know Peter has been influencing this world for quite some time, for lack of better terms. So I enjoy exposing more and
Unknown
more.
caller.
So Sinetta and Jabari and these fools cannot hold power over you.
To accept.
What's going on, dweeb?
Gillespie is a servant of the bishop.
That
The
we
highest
we
bishop is
we
the pope.
we said that.
The
We
high,
we said that already, sir. Not the pope or none of that stuff. The bishop. The bishop. The pope is the vicar of Christ, the substitution. He's not the bishop. He's nothing. He's in cosplay. They're just playing.
the pope is the highest bishop. Francois.
See you in a minute, champion. Stay right there. Stay put. We talking about the creator, Serapis, the ultimate creator, in which your flag that you live under derives from. Exactly why your Statue of Liberty is standing there in that fashion is in honor of whether female or male, Serapis. And females and males who study Egyptology know energy is neither male or female, but masculine and feminine that is interchangeable. Press one. So, yes, talk about it said the false light. This is the idol. This is the image of the beast that is held up as the image of God. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, Peter, Ptah, an Egyptian is no different. The Christianity is really the caustic belief that you guys worship out there in the world is really Egyptian mystery schools. That's the tree of good and evil that God told you in the Old Testament not to even get involved in. Well, you went right over there to Serapis. Press one, the God of the underworld. Press one. And went over there and we now know the outcome. So I usually offer my opponents time to get their shit together.
Unknown caller.
Not you, chump. Press one. Not you. You getting boring now. Press one. He's getting boring. You haven't been a good student all year, sir. Now's not the time. Press one. And Eve brings you the forbidden fruit. Different knowledges from off the tree. Press one. Different circles of knowledge from off the tree. Hit that like button and subscribe. Come on now. I'm waiting. And come on. Don't just type it in my chat room. Call it in. Prove it to me. Coffee and Kush TV, Cabro University, you on the air. What up?
What up, this is? How you doing, sir?
I'm blessed. Good to see you this morning, champion.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here.
Talk to me.
Yes, sir. The Pope is the false light. He's the one that stands in place of the true light, the real dawn, the enlightened one, who would be the T-Row. That's him.
So that's who the Pope is standing. And break it down for the loser that just kept calling in, said, because he got both his Balenciagas tied up to each other. He don't know we tied his shoes up to each other. He really don't. He don't know how to walk here. Go ahead.
The Pope stands in place of the chief cornerstone.
Go ahead.
And the chief cornerstone would be George Washington Gillespie.
Boom.
He would be the dawn, the lighting one.
Boom.
The one that holds the morning star.
So said, how did you come to that conclusion, first and foremost?
Well, listening to you, and I went back yesterday actually and was listening to Jordan Maxwell talk about the chief cornerstone, and he went talking about George Washington and the Nazis and World War II and how it all
you said Jordan Maxwell?
Yes.
Oh, you got to send me that. He probably was going off. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Oh yeah. Especially from watching it from the perspective that you give us, sir. I mean, it's all right there.
So the corporate god of the dead they worship is the god of the dead?
Yes. And they're all, it's a pantheon of recreations of the same God.
Over and over and over again.
Yep. You ever seen I don't mean
the beast that was not yet is.
Yeah, they talk about this in the Thor movie, in the Thor Love and Thunder.
Go ahead.
Because Thor is nothing but the German, and he has to fight the what's the guy's name that did? Is that Michael Keaton? He played the dead guy that holds the sword. And the first thing he did was start chopping up the heads of the false god.
Right.
He He started asking him. He was saying, "Did you cry out for your God when you were in the battlefield? He didn't come to help you. Aren't they all sticks and stones?" And he was the one that had the sword that was risen from the dead. It's like the sword in the stone. And the stone holds the sword until the rightful heir can pull it out.
Bingo. That goes back to
And the stone is Peter.
the stone is what?
Peter.
Peter. He's the rock.
Yeah. The sword is stuck with Peter until the rightful heir takes it back.
Which will be the identities that they stole since the takeover.
Yes, sir. They stole the. This is what I'm trying to figure out. This is my question. Did they steal the swastika and the lightning bolt?
Of course they did.
Because the Nazis
they stole everything.
The Nazis are Nazarites. They took the Nazarite vow.
Bingo. And what they did
and they placed themselves in the clothes.
Go ahead, say it. They didn't I just say cosplay? Didn't I say they in cosplay through cinema?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah. The swastika is the dawn. The dawn being referred to like the sun, the morning star, or the bright one, the enlightened one that brings light to the world.
So who is Serapis? Said
Osiris, the same God over and over again, just new face.
That's right.
That's all I can see. I mean, it's just a re-imaging of a character and personified to be the Christ, but it's not just a statue. It's just a graven image of a fallen empire.
And is that because Scripture says, I'm asking about, the dragon happened to be released every 1,000 years to run his course for a season? And then back into the bottomless pit he goes.
Would that be? I thought about that, and what I'm thinking of is like they reached their pinnacle. It's the reaching of a pinnacle, and and back down you go because you can't fly into the air.
Bingo.
The beast can never come out of the water.
The beast can never come out the what?
Out of the water.
Bingo.
It can never come out of the water.
Bingo.
It can't live above the water, live on top of the water like God can, like the law can, like the word can.
Go ahead, say it.
Yeah, that's just how I've been seeing it. Because just listening to how, like you say, how they jump from one time period to another, and they start talking about this person, but they want to say what they want to give you the answers, but they're tied by
oath.
And yes. Like we were saying the other time, like the other day, the way out is in, so they can't out themselves.
That's right, and that's fine.
I'm listening to Jordan Maxwell, and he's talking about the dawning of a new day and how the Pope wants to have total world dominance. So he wants to actually become the dawn.
In which he has.
And it goes into, yeah.
In which he has.
Basically.
Not that he wants to. I'm proving that it has already came and you already in it. You've been in it. See, and not
right,
to
because
fear.
He took it through Sesta QV.
He took you through what?
He took it through the Sesta QV.
And you died. You are dead.
I saw someplace where they said that the Sesta QV was jumped off because of the smallpox. So because of the smallpox, they considered everyone dead.
That goes back to the Red Cross. That's right.
Through pandemic.
That's
so
right.
Does that mean COVID? What does that mean for COVID?
That's pandemic.
It's
Pan is their God. Again, we're talking Pan. We're talking all deities of this deity, the serpent.
Yes, sir.
So Ptah is Peter, and Peter is the false Christ who hung himself upside down.
And Peter also is a place.
Go ahead.
Petra.
Go ahead.
Petra in Israel is a place. It's the rock. It's Peter.
They built. Oh, that may be the second temple that they tried to build, or whatever the hell. But
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying?
Those people are all Phoenicians, Canaanites.
It's the same. It's
This-
part of the same.
They took and they tried to build the temple in Petra.
So maybe so scripture is really warning you and giving you all the signs of what the false Christ and the false it gives you all that in the Old Testament. Remember the laws, remember the covenant, don't put no God before me. All right, y'all free. And then you go off and here comes this guy. Here comes this worldly perspective. And again, he fits right in with the ultimate serpent. Peter again, who Christ called Satan. Which means what? I mean, Peter means what? Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And what about the flat nose again?
Name. You can't serve as a Levite. You can't be in the congregation.
So why does flat nose apply to Peter?
Was he foreign?
Yes, sir.
So that would make him a Canaanite.
And also to place Peter's kingdom as possibly the kingdom of hell. Not possible. If Serapis, if the deity Serapis is the Greek god or Egyptian god Osiris, this is what the Old Testament was warning you about right here.
Right. It's like imagery of the light bearer instead of the actual physical man,
right?
Who holds the position,
right? And here we go. Watch this one. So,
because they don't have the power that the man holds.
So let me ask you this. Here go a question for you. Say, while watching my good friend Sachetta, Filthy Frank from the West Side, right? While we sit back and watch these things, can the Egyptian Canaanite actually debate with a Christian of today's time or a Catholic?
No.
Why?
They're the same thing. They all to the same God.
They all believe in
their
the same
God. Does not have the power that the dawn has. The dawn has the ability to lay his light down and pick it back up again.
Facts.
None of those other guys can do that because they're inanimate objects.
So Serapis is the Grim Reaper. He's the Undertaker. He's the God of the dead. He's the soul taker. You made your deal? Come on.
It's all pulled back into the church.
And you're going right to the underworld. You lived a great life. Now it's time to eternal damnation in hell. That's what it's time for. Come on. You're going right up under the Vatican, probably. Or your deal right there, no matter what land you want. Because he stole all the damn land. Osiris, see?
Yeah.
So I found that very interesting, that a lot of people don't know that Serapis is the bull. That's the bull god as well, symbolized as the bull.
Yep. It was, the bull.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
seeing something about that earlier, but I can't remember what it was. But that's basically what he was saying. Like Serapis was the bull and recreated as Jesus the lamb.
Bingo. So if this not a goat, this is a bull. That's what you're looking
Right.
at because you're dealing with the papa bull. You're dealing with the papacy, and that's called the papa, the popple, the bull. May of one
And that would be
assurance on one life for one's eternal soul.
so. What are the decrees called that the Pope puts out? They're like papal bulls or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's
Isn't
what
that
I'm
what they're
telling
called?
you. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm bucking.
Those would be canon.
That'll
The
be
canon.
canon, and they operate by what? Canon law and the Canaanites, which the scripture tells you who this is.
Right. It's like codex law.
Bingo, bro. That's what the
Yeah.
fucking Da Vinci Code is all about. Is knowing how to read the codes of the scripture in what order in all of these things. And man,
But Sergeant Horton was saying that too about the postmaster thing. He was saying like there's a alphanumeric code that some guys had created that broke the old code and set up a new code for commerce, and it took us out of maritime law and set us into supposed to be back into common law. But Sergeant Horton was talking about that, about the algebraic language of law and coding. And that goes into even to why they say, well, gematria is through everything because of the alphanumeric coding. I mean, it all would have to break down into numbers, into
but guess this.
arithmetic.
But who's the god of that? Serapis.
I
Ha
didn't
ha
know that.
ha. Ha ha. See? And so they say all
I didn't know that.
mathematics, African Egyptian to tell you all mathematics come from Africa. Kemet was the home. Then why is your God actually Serapis? He's just another form of Serapis. What? And if the Egyptian came before the Greek, then why is your black ass in a Greek fraternity and not just a regular Egyptian Camite? And why you got to be a Camite from a Greek fraternity?
Right,
Then why they need to
right.
teach you yo shit? See, that's why you think backwards, and that shit is evil. Press one. Go ahead, King.
So that would mean that
What it mean?
that's how they creating. That's how they creating history.
Go ahead. I mean, who has the ability to change time? Google it. Go ahead, champ. What do you mean by that?
They're using hidden. They're using a language,
Go ahead.
and through the language, they're setting up events through. I don't even know how to explain that.
Maybe you ain't got to. Shit. You know, maybe you ain't got to. Maybe shit. Who knows, man? That shit crazy, man.
Yeah,
Because
I had to think about that one, kid.
yeah, so is Serapis Osiris the god of religion, the Catholic Church, which is the god of all other religions that's been on the earth this whole time?
He's a reincorporation of Osiris.
Bingo. He's the corporation's version. So they might have wrote this out in your history like, well, the corporate George Washington did this or this and that. Really, you don't know that it's a whole fucking storyline of they ancient Phoenician god and shit like that. So go ahead.
The creation of a shell company.
The creation of a shell
Change
company.
change the name, change the logo, same guy.
Did they not enslave the world in bondage?
Yes, sir.
Is everybody not indebted who were once free?
Yes, sir.
Isn't everything that they've done against Magna Carta, the original Bill of Rights, and the Constitution? Press one.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
they
They
said
act as if they are the Garter.
that's right. They're acting as if they are the Carter. And somebody in the chat room said the Wall Street Bull. Yes, sir. Merrill
Yes.
Lynch. Yes, sir. Now you getting what this is all about. Human
Yes.
trafficking.
And Poseidon.
Say it.
Poseidon, they got a statue of Poseidon down there.
So who is Poseidon?
And Poseidon would be Peter also.
Okay, that's Serapis again.
Yeah. The one that brought the fire to man, or it would be the light to man, which would be the intellectual enlightenment, which would be the knowledge of the trust.
Who did, of course, who did Aquaman have to go to who was a man, who was and who did he have to go to in the water to get the Triton from? Who was in the water?
Poseidon.
Okay, and he was
He had to
a
go to
statue
Poseidon.
in a bottomless pit. He had to go get the Triton from him.
Which was stuck in the rock.
Which was stuck in it again, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it to look at this from a scary perspective, more of a researching the past perspective over everything. And it's very interesting. You know, do they have man today, which is under 501c3 rule, the Holy See, which is the papacy and all that other stuff? Are you worshiping the God of the dead, Serapis? And you thinking that, but you're really going to go ahead, champion. What do you think about that?
That's what it is. It's casting out prayers on deaf ears.
Why?
Because it's a graven image, and at the end of the day, I mean, it's a re-image of a graven image that has no life in it. It can't hear you. It can't help you.
Wow. And it fall on deaf ears. Damn. So God in the Old Testament is really warning you directly of all the attributes of what to look out for. And then roll movie. And here we are. Like, damn.
Because the Bible also says that signs and symbols will be their downfall.
Oh, yes, you're absolutely right. The signs and symbols and miracles that they perform will be their downfall. Because looking back on it, it's like, wait a minute.
They use those things as a symbol of hope, but in all actuality, it's like the cheese in the mousetrap.
So Egyptian goddesses and kings and queens actually worship Greco Christianity, and Greco Christianity also worship Allah.
Right.
Yes. They all worship this one God. They all. No, I get it. Like,
Sure.
yeah, I get it. And they're like using like, what the? Wait a minute. Because they all worship the same thing.
Right, because they say Rome broke, instead of Rome being conquered at the end, they say they really broke into pieces. So, like, they will become like
Scattered
subsidiary
kingdoms.
companies. Yeah. And they will have their own, I guess, figure to look towards without, it's the same figure with a different face, not to be meshed all together by the unexpecting person. you would never know that they were the same if you didn't compare the attributes of them all. You wouldn't know that there was a kingdom that split apart to conquer.
So
My question is, what was Rome? You know, we don't have to talk about it right now, but what
we can
actually
talk
was
about it.
Rome?
We can talk about it right now.
Was
It was a
Rome was
collection of
Rome
multiple
Rome was
cities. It's so when it
and it was stolen though.
it was what?
The papacy stole Rome though, didn't they? Or did they create Rome?
Did the papacy create Rome? Rome was established. Well, you're talking about Rome, in which we know now.
But
It
that's my thing. Like
it's all
Rome as we know
stolen.
it now isn't the original Rome, is it? Rome would have been part of a king's territory, and it was
Well, that's what I was about to get into. It was all, remember, the crown
it was
and the cross
seized.
was one.
Yeah. But the emperor of modern day Rome would be the Caesar. And remember we were talking about the Caesars is a thief. He would be in law it would be a landowner, but a Caesar also would be a person that like a search and seizure, like a taken through codex law.
Could DC be Rome? DC could be Rome because it is under the territory of the Holy See. So it's part of Rome is acting as the old kings, which you would call Great Britain, what it would like that type. They're acting as that. So Washington D.C. and all of those people, and from Nancy Pelosi to all the senators, they're operating out of uh, Roman Catholicism. All of them. All of them are Catholics, are Muslim, are all of them are products of Rome and the Holy See. They all kissed the ring of the Pope. And
I would want to say too, DC is set up to be like Rome,
and
because it's
oh, I
like
know.
the Library of Congress is there, and they have there was a lake, the Tiber River, where Pontius Pilate was supposedly had drowned himself. There's the same thing in DC too, the same lake or river. It's the same thing there.
Yeah, they like I said, they did a lot of changing in the late 1800s and the early 1900s in reconstructing and shit like that. So yeah, to me, a lot of stuff is prop and a lot of stuff is still in place. So possibly, I'm
Can I
tripping,
ask you something about the pyramids?
huh?
I don't mean to take it off. I don't mean to go off into something else. But can I ask you something about the pyramids? Because I heard you say something about the pyramids, and I had a thought.
What is that?
Is it all right if I ask you?
What is that?
You said one time a while back that the pyramids were stolen from here and they were plated with gold, right?
That's quite possibly yes.
Yeah, possibly, like in theory.
Yes.
So it would be easy to recreate the pyramids, right? Just based off of them being gold plated. They could use the gold as like casting, like casting a mold for that's all the stuff that's supposed to be in Egypt now could have been covered in gold plating, and molds were casted from the gold before it being melted down, and they
Quite possibly.
recreated.
The
Yeah,
outer could have been a whole gold cast that was initially.
yeah,
Yeah, it could have been that way. Where it's just an entrance of cement pouring. It's probably not as what they said. Probably.
yeah. It really wasn't a question. It was more of a
Yeah,
thought now that I think about it.
I
But I
got you.
remember you said that, and I've wanted to ask you that for a while, but it's never a good time with some of the subjects. I don't want to be bungalow.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Yes, sir.
But Mr. Serapis though, and
Yeah.
Christianity and the serpent, and maybe one of my Christian friends can talk about this. This is very interesting. Very interesting. But like as you said, a replaying of the same thing over and over because you're dealing with the God of the dead.
Yeah, and I like to say it as like a reincorporating, like they give it a new body, like a new corpse. They're reincorporating.
Ah, that keeps reincorporating itself over and over again, right?
Right.
And coming out and then destroyed and coming back together.
Because it doesn't have the power that the dawn holds. That's how it tries to live forever by reincorporating and jumping from stone body to stone body.
So you would have to. They need a reputable heart. Was King James murdered?
That's what I think he was. I mean, they say that he was dying from some like tuberculosis or something, and the dude came in, or one of his barons came in and gave him some medicine, and they gave him, and they found him dead the next day.
Yeah, that makes sense now.
Right, right.
Yeah, that make perfect sense. Though that would happen.
Right, and
And
being one of his dukes or a baron or
you see, and what we call the barons today, the Lloyds of
robber
London and
baron.
robber barons,
Mm-hmm.
thieves,
Yeah.
pirates, robber barons, and then who? What do you think about the Serapis flag? What do you think about that?
I didn't see the Serapis flag.
What? It's the American flag. I thought you knew.
Oh yes, you showed it yesterday with the red, black, and white. Yeah,
What's
yeah,
the
you
red,
did
white,
show
and
that
blue?
yesterday. Oh, it looked black when I saw it.
Yeah, I
It was
know.
red, white, and blue.
Yeah, it's red, white, and blue.
So it's so the Serapis flag is a war flag.
The Serapis flag is a war flag. What did the Bible say? Look into who I may devour. It's a war flag.
Right.
It's also a union because it's going to be a part of that legion that all came together and crafted counsel to overthrow you know who. So America is under Serapis. That's why they believe in Serapis. You see,
Yes, sir.
they believe in Serapis, and they allegiance is to Serapis, and they Catholic,
They trust in Serapis.
huh?
They trust in Serapis.
They trust in Serapis. That's their god. And Serapis was a pirate. Just Google the ship Serapis. That's where the Pirates of the Caribbean. All these stories about this shit is Serapis, bro. The octopus man went to the bottom of the sea. Remember? They needed that heart.
Right.
Remember?
Right.
They needed a human
Right.
heart. Yeah. That's what that's all about. No bullshit. So they read right. You been under the power of Serapis this whole time, Osiris, and you back in bondage, like God said, Egypt. He said he gonna put you. You gonna be back in serving where you. He told you will never see again. You going back in bondage, and look who came upon your shore, back in bondage. Serapis, the god of the sea, the beast from the sea, the beast from the motherfucking sea. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. So let's just put it together. Your spiritual base is Serapis, the God bull. Am I correct? Your
Yes.
flag is Serapis. Your spiritual concept of what God is based off what God said. The image, you better not have no image of the likeness of God, is all Serapis. Everything God told you don't do, you are under the full control of Serapis, in which you would, that's the equivalent of Satan. That's the equivalent of the devil, that old dragon, the devil. So whether you're a follower of the crescent moon or the lotus or any of this serpent behavior, and this is all Serapis. Okay, we teaching today, bruh,
Yeah, because
and
that all
learning.
goes back to the Pope.
Now,
All of that is under the seat of the Pope.
now, what is the Serapis? Somebody in my chat room said the 7-pointed star. Press one. You see it? Okay. Okay. Let me go to it. Nigga Kev ain't playing today. We came to we came to teach. Where's Sonetta at? So we can make sure his god Osiris is Serapis in them. Right?
Yes, sir.
Well, that would mean Sonetta's a Christian. That means in my
You
thumb
gotta
di-
be, right?
huh?
They all one and the same. They
Him,
all one and the
Jabari,
same.
all of them are straight Christians, bro, and they just playing a fucking Masonic linguistic game on the average common man, and we are enlightening our people, bro. That's what's so funny. It's like, damn, my nigga probably back there, like, damn. Didn't I just say the 7-pointed star? Well, the 7-pointed star is represented, especially right here. Ain't that what the 7 percenters have? Or am I bugging? Yes, sir. And what does the 7 percenters say?
I'm trying to look
In
at
the
it.
name of Allah. Press one. So all you got to do is start linking all of the different cultures together. It's all going to lead back to the serpent god. Press one, no matter what culture or nothing, because it all derives from the same. Yeah, they all bit from that tree of life. That tree. What do they call the Kabbalah? Mysteries, because like the tree thing, the tree of
Mm-hmm.
life.
Yeah,
So there you
that's the
go.
tree.
That's the tree, and y'all all have taken from that tree.
Because they all talk about a spark and this black cube, and
Right.
which are all taken from the dawn. They're all uh, symbols for the dawn.
And they say, and they say, y'all worship a white man. Well, you worship a white man too, fool.
That also means that they're your biggest fans, kid.
Of course, I love them. I'm
All of their
teaching them.
symmetry goes back to the dawn, and they're just worshiping tutorials of
Say it again.
aspects of what the dawn actually is.
Bingo. Bingo. Again, don't be afraid. Just look at what I'm showing you. This will some other shit. So all this is one and the same, and we can go into the Book of the Dead, the Emerald Tablets of the Dead, or whatever the case is. Y'all are bringing forth Ptah, or the Grand Serpent, or the Bull, or however, whatever character you want to place on the deity of the bottomless pit that you serve. That's what you serve. Different aspects of the same thing is no different.
Right, because it's like if you don't agree with Christianity, you could be a Muslim.
Bingo.
You know, you would being a Muslim, you could be a Catholic. Whatever makes you feel good.
Bingo. Exactly. Whatever makes you feel good.
They got all bases covered. It is the universal religion, all broken down into different sects.
And so when you look at the United States government, and these people are all over the world making these things, they are all under the Pope. And all federal governments are under the Pope. And it's time to just admit that y'all worship the beast in the sea. And y'all congregation is of that. And the scriptures is warning you about something that already happened. So don't be afraid. Just peep game and know that Kev said, Taj. I'm here to just keep the conversation rolling. Support the broadcast. Gil's gang right there on Cash App. Coffee and Kush TV. Anything else said?
Nope, I'll let somebody else jump on the head.
My man. Thank you for the call, champion.
No problem.
My man. So right now we in the metaphysical. You all follow me? Press one if you in the metaphysical right now. All right, we ain't talking about nothing of legal matter unless you believe in Peter and got caught up in the SQV trust. We not talking about nothing else, but I just want you to acknowledge this is what it is. So if you understand, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing that we can take something so complex in the mind to say, and through a few pictures and a little bit of your time, you nigga can like, okay, give you a small bit of my brain and how I see it. They all betrayed God. First of all, you made someone Lord of Lords over God. And you are going to admit it. That's the cold thing about it. You put another God before your God. That's the number one rule. We tell you, remember the covenant, remember the rules of the game, study. You know, every song in the world that come on that make you move a certain way, but you can't study a little bit. Every one of these religions is controlled by the God of the dead. I'm not saying that for you to be afraid of. I'm telling you that so you can take your power back. Press one. Fear is nothing. You've been believing in the external metaphysical, who Scripture tells you is Satan, Peter, Ptah. Press one. It's not your fault. You ain't know. You ain't know. I'm gonna give you the benefit. You ain't know. Press one. You ain't know. Y'all know who the Pope, where the Pope's seat is? Who is that rising from the Pope's seat? Let's be honest, guys. Come on, man. Who is this? Who is this? Come on now, wake up. Who is this behind the Pope? Okay, who is that? Jesus. Huh? That's Jesus. If you don't stop with this madness and realize this is the God of the dead, press one. And through catastrophe, he will raise, press one. This is what they talking about. They sick. And you sitting around playing around with they deaf music, talking about they making music for, no, you listening to deaf music. You listening, press one. I told y'all who sin was a long time ago, but y'all refused to listen to Kev Gills, the God of the moon. Sin. The Old Testament is telling you this is what they was caught doing in the Catholic Church, worshiping death itself. Press one, man, they were doing all type of foul things, necromancy. Press one, just the most ridiculous things that you could find. This is what you think scientists and Fauci and them was doing. I had nothing compared. That's them. Facts. And I told you, sin, the last sin to be defeated is what? Death. Press one. Why is this so hard to? It's like I'm trying to get you to sign up to a program to go to school. You know? So while you think you worshiping Jesus, you actually are under the power of the great beast. Press one, the bull himself. In fact, he made you stop worshiping on God's day and went straight to what? Press one, sun worship.
Unknown caller.
He changed time and changed the
From
uh way that you worship and on what day. God told you don't do it, and Serapis told you that's all right. We can do whatever we want to, huh, Eve? And y'all went right with it, sisters. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
Hey, it's Brittany.
Hey, Brittany, you on the air. What's up, Brittany?
Not much. I'm sorry, I'm a little emotional.
That's
I
okay.
wanted to read Galatians 4, if
Okay.
that's okay. All right. Just based on the past two conflicts. So it says, now I say that the heir is, as long as he's a child, differs nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all, but is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of
That's
the
right.
Father. Even so we, when we were children, were in bondage under the elements of the world. But when the fullness of the time was come, God sent forth his Son, made of a woman, made under the law, to redeem them that were under the law, so that we might receive the adoption of sons. And because ye are sons, God hath sent forth the Spirit of his Son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Father. Wherefore thou art no more a servant, but a son, and if a son, then an heir of God through Christ. Howbeit then, when ye knew not God, did ye service unto them, which by nature are no gods. But now after that ye have known God, or rather are known of God, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage? Ye observe days and months and times and years. I am afraid of you, lest I have bestowed upon you labor in vain. Brethren, I beseech you, be as I am, for I am as ye are. Ye have not injured me at all. You know how through infirmity of the flesh I preached the gospel unto you at the first. And my temptation which was in my flesh ye despised not, nor rejected, but received me as an angel of God, even as Christ Jesus. Where is then the blessedness that ye spake of? For I bear you record that, if it had been possible, ye would have plucked out your own eyes and have given them to me. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? They zealously affect you, but not well. Yeah, they would exclude you, that ye might affect them. But it is good to be zealously affected, always in a good thing, and not only when I am present with you. My little children, of whom I travail and birth again until Christ be formed in you. I desire to be present with you and to change my voice, for I stand in doubt of you. Tell me, ye that desire to be under the law, do you not hear the law? For it is written that Abraham had two sons, the one by bondmaid and the other by free woman. But he who was of the bondwoman was born of the flesh, but he who was born of the free woman was by promise. Which things are an allegory, for these are the two covenants. The one from the Mount Sinai, which gendered to bondage, which is Agar. For this Agar is Mount Sinai in Arabia, an answer to Jerusalem, which now is, and is in bondage with her children. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all. For it is written, Rejoice, thou barren that bearest not, break forth and cry, that travailest not. For the desolate hath made many more children than she which hath a husband. For now we, brethren, as Isaac was, are the children of promise. But as then he that was born of flesh persecuted him that was born after the Spirit, even so it is now. Nevertheless, what said the Scripture? Cast out the bondwoman and her son, for the son of the bondwoman shall not be heir with the son of the free woman. So then, brethren, we are not children of the bondwoman, but of the free. That was Galatians 4.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am. Beautiful. Gotta love it. Beautiful scripture. That was Galatians 4. Shout out to Brittany. Yeah, because it's real. It's real. Believing in God and seeing the truth for what it is, that's what draws real emotion. That's real. That's not fake. You know, nobody on YouTube. We talk about God and uncovering all this, and I don't. People don't talk like that on YouTube. Oh my goodness. But it's a beautiful thing to see uh, somebody breaking it down in a way that she can understand, and I love that. You know, and you can go to scripture and say, "Wow," you know. We got caught up in the imagery. As long as you caught up in a false sense of religion, and you all up in superstition, caught up. I told you with the wiggly eyes. Press one. This is like huge, bro. You know, and look at the snake. The snake is caught up. What is it wrapped up in? Astrology. This is the god of astrology. You hear me? God told you in the Old Testament, don't make no gods of the heavens above or in the beasts below, and that's exactly what you did. Jupiter, Aries, this one and that one in constellation, and then you brought that right into. Press one. The Ankh is a Serapis sign as well. See it all. The Ankh is a Serapis sign. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. The Ankh is Serapis. Oh my goodness, we gotta get baptized. Oh my God, I gotta get my people out this. Oh, I don't believe it. It better not be. Oh my goodness. Well, it would be. So y'all worship the serpent on the cross, on the T cross. Press one. I get it now. The Ankh is the serpent on the T cross. Y'all Christians. Ah, Kev got you. Well, I tell you what. I tell you what. Press one. Ah, press one. See, that's what you get. That's what you get. Playing around with shit you don't understand and you don't fucked around. You don't fucked around. You don't fucked around and shot yourself in a kneecap. Press one. That's what you did. The Ankh is the serpent on the T cross. Jesus, press one. What I teach you? Don't be mad at me, but I tell you, Jesus is what? The serpent on the cross. How do you know Jesus is the serpent, the brazen serpent on the cross with your silly self? Press one. No, bro, y'all gonna get this work. Press no. No, I'm get to looking around now. Everybody gonna get this work. Yeah, the serpent on the cross. Press one. No, this what you wanted. This what you wanted. You're gonna get this work. The symbol of Ptah, the serpent on the cross. The symbol of Peter. Press one. This I love this classroom. This classroom stay popping. If this was a real classroom, niggas would be right now sitting on top of their chairs like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. What the fuck, bro? No, bro. No, bro. I know my shit, bro. I know I'm shit, bro. I know my shit, bro. You don't know your shit. Listen, y'all all worship Ptah, Peter. Where y'all at? Not the real. Y'all worship the vicar of Christ. Y'all worship the substitute. Y'all worship what's in place of until the end of time. And y'all are living in the dream world, Neo. Then where they at? Where's Jabari? Where's Jabari? I want to debate. I feel good. I'm undefeated. I cannot be stopped right now. Press one. Ain't no use to debating. Christian ain't got no business debating Egyptology. That's like two uh, teachers who teach addition and subtraction fighting against each other. Press 1. I'm smarter than you. What's 9 plus 2? Press 1. That little shit, because they the same. What is y'all doing? Oh, me bro think he a teacher who teaches better than me. What y'all teach? Addition and subtraction to fourth grader. Press 1. If y'all don't go back to class, there ain't nothing to fight about. Bro. I got all paperwork to fill out. 1 plus 3. Y'all some fools. Shout out to my Cash App, though. They must support the broadcast. Of course, let me read those out. Water World, blessings to you, man. Crystal and Yvette, shout out to you and that contribution. Press 1 for Miss Yvette. She must have said, damn, Kev always finding something out. Miss Hot Sauce Peppers, shout out to you and shout out to Miss Jamie as well. Combo Breaker, press 1. Shout out to you too. RT Bell, blessings. Teresa, blesses. Wakanda forever. Press 1. Shout out to Teresa. Bocat, Amanda, Jason Harris. I love you guys for the support of this broadcast. So if Peter is trapped under sea, he has to send mermaids. Yes, if Peter is trapped under sea, he must send mermaid. But that's okay because under the sea, under the sea, under the sea, under the sea, that's where he'll be right there on under the sea. They ain't got nothing. They can send mermaids and ghosts and stories and this one and that one. But once mermaids and stupid people come to Kev Gills, I blessed them with so much love. And knowledge and wisdom. It breaks their mind control. Press 1. It breaks them. Press 1, and then they turn from their evil ways. Press 1. I ain't worried about that, Brittany. I'm from Hyde Park and Crenshaw, South Central. My whole goddamn life. Press 1. That's all we do and duck and dive and weave and shit. Press 1 is the American lifestyle. Talking about African American here. God damn it. Man, what? If I was a pirate, I'd be worried about some goddamn mermaid. You think mermaids want to live underwater with Peter? Huh? For eternal hell? Huh? You think mermaids want to live on the land? They want to be free from the bounds of Satan. Press 1. They don't want this no more. They tired. Press 1. They tired no more. Brittany like, nah. Brittany, stop. Yes, Brittany, yes. They want to be free. Everybody want to be free. Gangbangers, murderers, pimps, prostitutes, thugs, criminals, press 1, the convicted, the dead. Yeah. See, the thing is, God raises the dead. Press 1. What you mean now? God raises the dead. Hit that like button. What you mean? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Press 1. We all sinners. God raises, written in Scripture. Press 1. The redemption process is about raising the dead. Press 1. Everybody's dead in law. Outlaws. Do what thou wilt. Hit that like button and subscribe. Don't act like we wasn't born into sin together. Yes, we was. Go back to that passage you just read, Brittany. What was that? Galatians 4? Yeah, that was the first thing about it right there. He put his spirit in a man that will go through it. Press 1. That is born right smack in the middle of it and redeem and come out of it. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Everybody is here for a reason. And I'm teaching. Shout out to Sadnetta. I know he wants to believe in Osiris so bad, but Osiris is under the Pope. Press 1. Osiris is just another form deity of Serapis. Press 1. So you can miss me with the Black Madonna. You can miss me with the it's all Horus. Press 1. So our people don't got to be confused about corporate dead gods of sticks and stone. Press 1. No matter what color they is, they all and what deity they all represent the same thing. Press 1. This is what they was caught doing, whether it was in Egypt or any other territory of the Holy See. They was caught. So they wanted to do what? Get rid of the king. They wanted to get rid of the king for sure. He gonna tell on us. He gonna condemn us. But it was written. Well, your corporate self and your corporate God of the dead is Serapis. When you say, "Oh, thank God for this award at the Grammys," you thinking Serapis. Thank God for this one. Oh, I don't believe in that white Jesus and that one. I believe it was all black and then Osiris and the gods of Kemet. Don't matter. Serapis again. Press 1. Doesn't matter. Serapis again. These are the same deities. And if that is so, they are Christian. And imposters at that. So there's no reason for y'all to be distant. Hey, listen, there's no reason for Tazariak to be battling in a Kemite guy because you guys are all, press 1, Osiris heads and deities of Serapis. Yeah. And then you already know. That's not what you should be worshiping. You already know. First off, images in the likeness of God is forbidden. So off top, you are out of bounds, cross bearer. Press 1. That cross right there, that's that mean you dead. That mean you fight under the cross of the dead. Press 1. The cross, the red cross. You under the banner of the dead. And that's what it is. I'm dead. And press 1. Remember the Jews used to identify. That's what you do right there with the cross around your neck. That's the chain right there that Satan keep around your neck. That's on that tarot card. They got the man and woman tied to fuck up. Oh yeah, that's Peter, fool. Press 1. You gonna flip over the Peter card. Press 1. I don't know why you flip over Satan Peter card. He got only thing he got is people bound up right there. Oops. You fucked up. And press 1. And you flipped over the Satan card. Press 1. Now he got you on chain. The tarot card lady say, that's okay. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Yeah, that's bad, bro. That's bad, bro. Press 1. That's bad, bro. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, yeah, that's all right. That just mean press 1. Get the fuck. I'm done with you people. I'm done. Time to just tell the truth. And a lot of people don't like it, but hey, it's my truth. It's what I see that's out here. You guys are wrong. And that's what y'all wrong, not me. I can see my family now, so everybody wrong. Yes. If Albert Einstein said this shit, you motherfuckers would be like, oh, we all was wrong. But it's a black man that looked like a hip hop guy. Discrimination. Press 1. Slave built this country. Because I'm an Afro-American with a fresh hat and fresh clothes and stuff, they won't give me no credit. Press 1. Be jealous. Asshole. But that's why I'm making a stance right now. All y'all worship, and then the nature boys don't have no God. Press 1, which is better for Pan. Press 1. Pan is the God that they worship, just nature. They just wondering. They're wanderers. Press 1. They just want to live in the woods and the trees and not be. Hit the like button and subscribe. They just want to be. Don't get mad at me because y'all all worshiping the same thing. I'm taking all y'all little arguments away, and that's my truth. If Serapis is your God, don't be ashamed of your God. Don't be ashamed of your God. Huh? Don't get mad because the Egyptian Pharaoh is Serapis in them. Greek people. Yeah. And Chinese people. Yeah, them sarcophagus over there, them is all Asians. Yeah, the Asian people made those. Yeah, that's not real. Sorry, guys. Pack it up, go home. People tired of this allegorical sense of fighting back and forth and who is who. Y'all all are one. Legion, a confederacy against thee. That's what y'all is. A whole confederacy. Oh, we all claimed something before. You feel me? We all claimed something before. I'm not saying look at this from a who right and who wrong, Brandon. I'm telling you to look at it from a be able to explain it. I don't believe in none of these. Don't worry, Brandon. Nobody's judging you, brother. I'm telling you, do you understand what I'm saying? The serpent on the T cross, the Ankh, is all the same. You got it? So the Egyptian Camites cannot argue with a Christian about that a white man and then it's really some some real Egyptian aliens who came when it's all the same thing. Serapis. It's all taken from the tree of good and evil. God told you, look, there's two trees in the garden. My word. It's like a dad and you like finally turn 18 and and your son finally turned 18 or your daughter and you tell them straight out, these are my rules on the wall. Follow the rules. Are you gonna walk? And you gonna fuck up. And you gonna curse yourself. I'm gonna tell you what. If you walk, this is what's gonna happen to you out there. Cause you don't know what the fuck you doing. Why you think when Brittany read that it said so you can be adopted? Not that you can be a child of God. No, you're going to be adopted into the royal family, silly. You ain't no child of God. You're a child of the son of perdition. You was raised off of this. What is child of God, my ass? Your brain is polluted. You wake up, I'm a child of God. No, but you don't even understand what you're doing. What are you doing? Your child of God can be a whole upside down person who died on the cross in the Vatican who changed all your laws into their own. And now you think you worshiping and God is coming for you when you've been doing this right here. God is not coming for you. You took the mark of the beast, fool. Press what? Don't you get it? You have taken the social insurance number. Sin. Press one. You call it social security benefit if you want to. You don't took all this number of the beast. You don't went and got a cross on your forehead and a cross on your right there and blessed with a palm tree right there at your local church, you fool. Press one right next to the Christmas tree. Silly. Hey, listen. Cool shoes don't get you to heaven. They make you look cool on earth, nigga. Yeah. Cool shoes ain't gonna get you to heaven. Remember that. Cool. I'm sorry, y'all. Cool shoes don't get you to heaven, G. Fighting and persevering through, obstacles and always seeking God's face and knowledge and wisdom and growing from the last place you were is a good place. I'm trying to tell you. We all men and fight being a carnal man and being a struggle. So trust me, I say this because it's real, G. You know, it's real to me. And I appreciate everybody who subscribed to this channel and come here to Cairo University and really function with the role. Really support the broadcast. Kev Rowe. Lord have mercy. So we been on the wrong day worshiping this, worshiping that. You know, but people say uh Osiris or uh, Isus or this is all the same. Remember, Egypt was the first monolithic religion where they believed in one God. Remember that. All this was hijacked, and now you believe in many gods, but all of them derive from the God of the dead and different aspects and knowledge of the God of the dead, which is the creator of the worlds within worlds, the grand
Unknown
architect,
caller.
the grand Freemason, Peter. Press one, Serapis. Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Kev Gibbs?
What's up, champion? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, this is really real out the 80 folks.
What up, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Listening to you, man. Everything you saying is right on, bro. You know what I'm saying? People gotta let go of these God spells that they under. You know? It's not a
I
gospel, it's a God spell. You hear me?
yeah, I can
Hello?
hear. Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just listening to
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
hear
I'm
you.
sorry. I'm at work right now. I'm on the Bluetooth, but yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man, all of it is the same thing like you were saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you mask it, your oppressors that came over here and destroyed Jerusalem, they brought you the whole Christ character under, disguised it. It's really secretly their God.
It's
You know what I'm
a
saying? Goes back.
what I'm saying is all it's a incorporated dead body of Christ, Serapis Christus, that has enslaved the world by federal law. So this is real. This is real.
And yes.
This is
So
real.
when you say Christ, you mean anointed one, right? That's what Christ means, anointed.
Well, when I say well, I'm talking about the false Christ. Well, what can possibly the bull in representation of Serapis Bey Christos.
Right. Well, so you still believe in the New Testament?
Sir, I believe that the New Testament verifies the Old, and the Old is warning you of the things that the New Testament is presenting in a way that you have to make up your mind on who, what, where, when, and why, and who the serpent is, and all of that. So it's like the Old Testament is this is what it is. It's my stone and God's foundation, and then you got the tree of good and evil, and that's the tree that Adam and Eve bit from. Go ahead. Which caused
Right.
uh
It's all about good versus evil. Right. Right.
no, I didn't say
But
good. Well,
you
go ahead, man. Go ahead.
but what I was saying, like, the New Testament, that was written by what's his name? Flavius, Arius, what's his name? Dang, Josephus, Flavius. He wrote those books. He wrote most of them. You know what I'm saying? They brought us this whole New Testament and gave us a new covenant, but that all you could take the whole New Testament and throw it in the trash, man.
No, you can't
None of
take
that.
it
None of that. All of that is fictional.
hold on.
That's fiction.
Hold on, sir. You can't take
Okay.
the New Testament and throw it in the trash for how would the old be validated?
The old has all the prophecies in it already. You know what I'm saying? People going off of Revelations. Most of the Revelation comes out of the book of Daniel, Isaiah,
Listen.
Zechariah, and Jeremiah.
What I'm telling you
That's all the prophets.
What I'm telling you is, without the fulfillment of the New Testament, how would our people know of the Old? How would they be able to look back and say, "Wow, it's already written on what to look for, what not to look for, the curses, what will happen to you if you go into idol worship of statues and gods of stones and stars and all of these things," and then the New Testament say, "Okay, here it comes. Watch out for it. Watch out for it." And then man, as a collective, make the grave mistake of doing this, but it's already prophesied in the old.
You're right. It's prophesied in the
Yeah.
old.
So
However,
but there's no
it's the
reason.
stumbling block.
But there's no reason.
The New Testament is the stumbling block.
No, it's not. You are more of a stumbling block to my classroom than the New Testament is, because it's all based on the perspective given. Now, you want to attack the New Testament, but without the New Testament, I wouldn't know the spirit of truth was already. God has already promised you the spirit of truth and in the Old Testament, but you got to go through it to see it all. All of it all of it is for a reason. So you got to do the work. I know you want to come to class, wait a minute, and say, we should just throw out the New Testament. Well, how would I been able to explain the this whole historical event? Because it's still historical allegories.
Because everything is written.
It's still
Everything is written in the Old Testament.
but it's still historical allegory that must be fulfilled, sir. By law, it's going to, it has been, and say it again.
I said the New Testament is fictional, man. When they first made it, the Pope put that in the Bible. You trust the Pope? The Pope put the New Testament in the Bible. You trust the Pope? The same one you talking about. That's who you trust.
I don't think you fully grasp what I'm saying, Chair. I don't think, like, you're trying to convict me of standing with the Pope when I'm telling you it took the people to fulfillment of the book of the law itself. This is all transgression. How could we have looked back and seen any of the transgressions of the past? We got to look back. Here we here in the future. We must look back and say, damn, Rome did all this. The Rome is still in effect. Why throw it out when they've done this in historical events, so we can look back, or there will be some history of some individuals who are smart enough to look back and see through the parable and explain it in a way that the simple man can understand. Now, if the book had been thrown away, there would be no record of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, your heart is in the right place, sir. I get what you're saying.
Sir, no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, sir. If the Bible is telling you to watch out for these things, and then the fulfillment of the Old Testament comes by way of the New Testament, and the stumble of man, and we won't need no raising of the dead. We wouldn't even one. We stumbled. We came back down from the law of Moses and had it. Just in the Old Testament, we had it. Press 1. And what did Moses see? We was back down here worshiping the bull, aka Serapis, once again. Ain't nothing new under the sun, sir. So allow me.
I got you, Kel, but you're not listening to me. You're not letting me talk, Kel. You're doing all the talking, not letting me talk. What I'm saying is, Deuteronomy chapter 30 has it all laid out.
Good.
It has what happened in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Good. That's where you get all the curses, right? Deuteronomy chapter 28. Then Deuteronomy chapter 30 wraps it all up and tells you what's going to happen in the end already in Deuteronomy. All you really need is the first 5 books, the Torah. You don't even need the rest of the books to understand what's going on. But they brought us this New Testament, and you got to look up this book called The True Authorship of the New Testament. That tell you who wrote it, why they wrote it.
Now, is this written by a person? Who is this written by? This book you said?
Look up Josephus Flavius.
That's a Frenchman.
His last name he also is known as
Sir, is that a Frenchman?
who destroyed. I don't think he's Frenchman. I think he's a Esau Edomite.
So you listen to
I think he's an
Edomite?
Edomite.
So you listen to Edomites?
No, but it
Sir,
explains.
I'm not
that
finna do this
New
hypocrite
Testament
conversation, sir. You the contradiction. You the contradiction. Press one. You the contradiction, Peter. Get behind me, Satan. You the contradiction champion. You the only one who's screaming and hollering, ready to do some combat. Is not that serious, player? I've won already. Press one. I'm already won, champion. It's not that serious. No, man, not right now. It's not wrong, bro. We should just do away. Why don't you focus on Serapis and all of the knowledge that I'm giving at this moment, bro? Don't be sitting around talking as extra. You're not giving me a chance to talk and all of this, bro. Unless you coming with this, don't be telling nobody about the New Testament. You just not ordained enough to speak about it. You see, when you read the New Testament and the Old Testament, it's in Braille because you're blind and you ain't studied how blind people are supposed to read. That's one. So you're around here in my classroom, bro, bumping your gums, as they say in Los Angeles. And you really ain't saying nothing, bro. You confusing. No, he not stuck in the old. And that's okay. The old is where the law is because you must remember the covenant. The old is the law. Remember the laws. Remember the laws of Moses. Trust me. So it's not an argument of state unless you just like, maybe we should just get rid of the New Testament. Maybe you should just go do something else. But you get rid of it. Just rip it out. Do that. Just stay there. Why you fighting so hard? I'm talking about Serapis, right? Right. And he talking about how they wrote the New Testament. And I'm talking about the Pope and Serapis and them turning it into a metaphysical. He's in the middle. I don't think you understand me, man. Then you need to get rid of it, man. It's make believe. You understand? Unless he come correct, there's no way I can work with that. Cabro University, you on the air with that?
Hey, Mr. Girls, this is Darrell White. I'm just calling from the last call of the saying, like the New Testament. I think he's speaking on the Paul letters.
Listen. I'm not here to do that. I got days on that. I need my students to talk about Serapis. I don't need no verification about what he said. This is a new person. Good. I just need
you was right.
Go ahead.
Right.
I need you to tell me about what we doing. Come on, let's go. Forget him.
From the law, Jesus came to fulfill the law. That's exactly what's happening.
Wait. Say it again.
Moses brought the law, Jesus fulfilled the law.
Ain't that what Jesus said?
Yes. He ain't come to do away with the law. He come to fulfill the law.
Is Jesus the brazen serpent on the cross?
Is he the what?
Brazen serpent on the cross.
No.
Huh?
You said the name they gave, that's a different name, I believe. But
is Jesus Christ the brazen serpent on the cross?
No.
Huh?
No, I say no.
Why you say no?
That might be because I believe Jesus was the prophet that was sent to fulfill the law.
Say it again.
Man, how to live in his body. I believe he was a prophet that was sent to fulfill the law.
So, I'm going to ask you if he was a prophet sent to fulfill the law. I said, is Jesus Christ the serpent on the cross?
That's something I can't answer right now.
Right.
I'm going to step back and say.
All right, my man.
I have to.
I got you, Jabba. That's a good question. Is Jesus the serpent on the cross? Yes or no? Again, this is fun. This is fun. Yes, he did not come to do away with, but to fulfill the law. So he has an obligation to do this. It's already written. It's, it's already written, champ. Y'all quit playing. Yeah, ain't no reason to be, yeah. Is Jesus the same as the Unk? Yes. I don't know why y'all so afraid to speak. I didn't know y'all was that afraid. Who was this in my cash app? Bocat. Shout out to my guy. Yeah. I don't know why. You don't think that. I mean, I don't know why you don't understand that. How you gonna understand any of it? What? I don't even I don't even understand how y'all in the class and don't know Jesus is this is in place of the serpent on the pole. I don't know why. Y'all don't know this.
Unknown caller.
These sacrifice for what? What did Jesus say? What happened in the beginning? Come on. What happened in the beginning? The beginning of what? Adam and Eve.
To accept, press.
What happened? Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
This Travis Taj, man.
Taj, man.
I'm
What up,
calling
champion?
in that. Chilling, brother. Chilling, brother. Hey, I'm calling in. I missed. I'm in the mountains, so I missed a little bit of the show. But I'm calling in to answer this question, and I say yes. Jesus is the brazen serpent.
Why?
He the serpent that got risen. He the antidote. He the one that the people are supposed to look on so they can be healed.
Now, where do you get that from?
I get that from the story of Moses when he took the children of Israel out of captivity.
And what did Moses do?
I believe that's in Exodus. When the people started getting bit by the fiery serpents, the people started getting bit by the fiery serpents. They were dying. So God told Moses to put a brazen serpent on his rod and raise it up.
And do what? And do what with it?
And raise it up and tell the children of Israel to look upon it. Anybody that looked upon it was healed because they were obedient to God.
And did they have to do anything else?
Nothing else.
So they
just had to have the faith and listen. They just had to listen.
And do what? Look at what?
The brazen serpent that was raised.
And what did the brazen serpent act as to the people who was bitten by? What was the people already bitten by?
The fiery.
Huh? He gonna call back. The fiery serpents. The fiery serpents represent like those leaders who had injected these people with a poison of sin. They were convicted. They're guilty of it all. So God told Moses to raise up a serpent and put it on a pole. And I'm going to raise up a bigger serpent, a more potent anti-venom, just like Taj was saying. You know how you bitten is all about perspective. I'm going to raise a bigger serpent.
Unknown caller.
Press 1. Taj, you on the air? Talk to me.
Hey, Hey, man, pardon my service, man. They were bitten by the fiery serpent,
It
though.
was-
You hear me? I'm on the road, brother,
Go
man.
ahead.
That's all, man.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
champion. Go ahead. So God told Moses. Now they was already bitten by the fiery serpents, and they was on a death. They was gonna die by way of the sin and
Right.
transgression. Correct.
Trust indeed. That's
Bingo.
correct.
So the serpent itself
It's
is
the antidote.
is the
brazen serpent
antidote
is the antidote.
for the fiery serpent who had bitten the people with false ideology, all type of shit. Come sin. Let's just call it sin, the way of the world. And that's why the
Trust
brazen
indeed.
serpent.
Like an anti-venom.
Bingo.
It's like when you get bit by a snake, like to heal you, they take some of the venom and they make a serum with it and they give it to you to heal you from the snake bite, so it don't cause you to die or lose whatever body part, lose a part. You know what I mean?
Right.
Make you whole again.
So when you said Jesus was the serpent brazen, that's what he is assumed the position of, the brazen serpent. Correct?
Correct.
Now, do you know the Ankh is the brazen serpent on the cross as well?
That makes sense. I've heard it before. I never heard an in-depth breakdown. I never seen an in-depth breakdown, but that would make sense.
Yeah. And this is the beauty of knowledge and wisdom. You feel me? Is that not to fear nothing and to understand the serpent is just not the serpent in the tree of Adam and Eve. But if you understand the purpose of the serpent, you will understand that God uses the serpent to heal you, the brazen serpent, from as a sacrifice in the remedial of sin, the removal of sin, and as you said, the anti-venom. So a lot of people don't even know that, Taj, and I thank you for that.
Look, I'm gonna fall back, Kev, because I don't know when I'm gonna lose service, man. But I appreciate you, bro. You the truth, man.
Man, God is good. God is good. 424-209-9506. Now you understand. Look, Peter is the one that hung himself upside down on the cross. His name alone means rock. And you build your rock upon Peter. Or you know, you gotta understand what all that shit, all the symbolism was all about. He went down. Peter went down into the bowels of what? To hell to be redeemed. God sends the Redeemer through the brazen serpent to heal the people. So understanding the two and the misconceptions of one or the other, you may be serving Peter, who will be inverted to be raised from the dead. You see? This future release of Satan or deceit of, press one. See? Church folk call Jesus their rock. That's true. That's true. But people gotta understand, y'all what they really worship is this. And you can look in the same, he hung himself upside down in the cross. And you know he went to hell for denying Christ. Even though Jesus said he was going to give them the kingdom anyway. See? It's like, I'm going to give you, like, Peter is like Judas. Peter is like Judas. Peter is like Judas. And then you find out Peter is Ptah. And Peter is Satan. That's why Jesus said, get behind me, Satan. Get behind me, Satan. Because I guess he found out what this dude was up to. Facts. Get behind me, Satan. Only person in the Bible he called Satan. Peter. And then it turned out Peter is goddamn Serapis. So and they practice possession of spirit. So it wasn't nothing but the spirit of that old devil. Press one, Serapis trying to use a nigga and went too far. Damn. Press one, 9. God is good though. All the time. I don't want y'all to be confused. I don't want y'all to be confused. One was placed on top of the other and changed the laws and God Moses. And that's only people who've been doing that is the Holy See. The pop-up bull. In which all nations have drank of the blood of the what? What's the Bible verse? It's time for me to read the scripture. What's the Bible verse? All you nations have taken part. Take her part in that church, that woman who sitteth on that beast, press one, who rideth the beast, sits on the 7 hills, that Revelation speak of. Them gonna throw the whole thing away. How will we know? Press one. Revelation, where the beast is, and the 7 hills. It's called the revelation of Jesus Christ for a reason. For a reason. Just because you don't have, or let me say it in the old term, just because you have not the understanding, sir, press one, don't mean you can tell everybody else, yeah, just throw it all away, bro. Bro, what the fuck is this? Nazi Germany? You ain't throwing nothing away, bro. Niggas trying to read. Bruh. So, no, there's no distinguish. Come to my classroom and we breaking down sin. There's no reason for you to be telling me, man, we just gotta, how are we gonna find out who the grand finale? This is like the devil's advocate right now. Press one. How would you know that Keanu Reeves, press one, was the so-called son of him and rather committed suicide rather than go under the power of the damn Satan himself? Even if it came through the form of a family member, even if it came through the form of, press one. No, bruh. We want to know. Don't restrict me because your brain don't want to think anymore. I'm allowed to think, nigga. I'll go outside and feed some goddamn geese right now. Press one. It's a damn shame. I'm tired of y'all thinking y'all can mislead the people with the same jargon, ciphering through the money and taking the money and moving on and then playing both sides. Fake niggas, that's that shit I don't like. Press one. Trying to backdoor a nigga. Press one. It ain't happening, champion. Now I'm finna put something on this screen, and I don't want no shit, side cheddar. I'm already over here exposing Serapis, the flag, all of Dagon. We exposing it all. It's all the same deity, so I don't want to hear no shit. Press one. I'm even blowing down Christianity in a certain format because I know the people really know, they want to do the right thing. They want to do the right thing, like the movies say. They want to do the right thing. Okay, so let's go to not just don't take my word for it. Press one. See, in 2023, you can get the information so fast like Neo from the Matrix. Press one. Ptah, once again. Press one. See, don't the Egyptians got this? Kevro, where's Jabari? Bring your goofy ass over here, Jabari. Press one. Ptah, Coat Center, Memphis, symbol, the pillar, the Dajjad pillar, the bull. Press one. Consort, Sekhmet, and Bast. Press one. But the bull. Press one again. Orders of what's his name? I forgot your name already, little homie. Press one. Serapis. My bad. I haven't got his name and shit. So in my mind, Serapis ain't nothing but who God told you will overcome the world. Press one, the prince, the son of perdition. Once again, now who gonna debate Kev? 424-209-9506. Who gonna do it? I'm just catching all fades out here. We gonna continue to work because I'm not finished. I'm just trying to get to what's right. So you can have so now that you have this grand understanding, press one, you would know when you watch these comedians on YouTube, press one. Like my good friend Sachetta, when you watch total comedians like Sachetta, clowns who don't want you to know that Peter was over there worshiping and into the scientists and the scientists of Kabbalah magic and old Greek ritualistic and wonder how you ended up in the Holocaust. Look what they study. Look what people do. I'm showing you how to view this shit. While y'all living, fighting each other, talking about, oh, no, y'all all worship the same thing. See, big head Jabari? Press one. See, there's no reason for it. Is the Bible story of Jesus copied from ancient commit? See, with knowledge, you don't let these people run laps over your head and call themselves Jabari all say, a historian, author, and a Kemetic priest. This is Pharisee. He's a priest for who? Who in the back? He's a priest for Osiris? Oh, that's Serapis. So their Hebrew Israelite or Christian metaphysical belief of what God is the same metaphysical stupid belief that what God is here. Is the false teacher of light who would fool the whole world into worshiping him. He will place his motherfucking kingdom. He will be like the most high in the star. Press one. And that's why he the god of astrology, because moon, astrology, y'all believe more astrology than you do God. Press one. You don't believe in the Old Testament and laws and then you saved by grace, which is a teaching from Serapis. Because God faith without works is dead. So you battling, trying to be free with Serapis are convicted by God. Press one, and you just running from you an outlaw. Press one, you were deceived. Eve, once again, for 501c benefit. A couple dollars. That's all it takes. Look at this. Look at this. Apostle Peter is Ptah. Look at this. Now this is gonna be great. It's movie day. Is Sinetta and them here? It's movie day. Could you believe this? Another beautiful, beautiful. Gotta teach the people. Gotta teach the people. Don't Peter and Ptah sound alike? That's because it's the same thing. That's why. Unbelievable. It's the same thing. Y'all Egyptian, Greek, and is the same thing. That's why Jabari's in a Greek fraternity learning Egyptology. He got to turn Egyptology is the creation, is the Egyptology is the creation, is the the changing of uh white gods and making them black to making them appeal to real Christian people who believe in the word of God. Idol worship and real faith by works. Press one, service to the people. That's all. Nothing to be scared of. Why they talking about the Egyptians and this man, this was this one. They talking about Peter here now. It's the same historical, allegorical concepts of the same horoscope and all of that. But that's what you get involved in over there. Playing around. That's the shit you get involved in. So let's listen.
From Coptic Christianity to the Ten Commandments to Christ and the Egyptian origin of the Book of Revelation, it is to Egypt we must look to solve the true mysteries of the Bible. There is also a heavy Egyptian influence in the Vatican, America, and Britain. Freemasons use Bibles. Freemasonry is a study.
Now, I don't agree with everything this dude say, but he gonna tell you about Ptah. This is what I want you to focus on. Ptah.
Of Judaism. Freemasonry, or Freemasonry, is first and foremost an Egyptian mystery tradition. The term lake of fire comes right out of Egyptian texts such as the Papyrus of Ani. Christ is called the Amen, the beginning of creation and the end of every prayer, Alpha and Omega. Christ is Amen-Ra, the sun god. Apostle Peter is Ptah, the great architect of Freemasonry. And May 26th is the Egyptian holiday receiving of Amen-Ra, as well as my birthday. In the mythos, it is actually Ptah who creates all the other gods out of himself, or it is the soul of Ptah that Ra uses to form the universe.
Where's Jabari? Press what? Jabari, come here. Kev over here teaching Egyptology with the Chinese man sitting right here in the state of contest.
It is Ptah whom they say spoke the universe into existence with his heart and with his words. The word of God was with God and was God. The mysteries of Apostle Peter are very deep indeed.
Ooh-wee. Peter.
Ptah is also the Mandaean angel Ptahil, who is also Archangel Gabriel, who stands on earth and sea. The angel of Revelation 10.
Who stands on what? Who stands on what? Earth and sea.
And who presides over the seven thunders. He is also linked with the Demiurge and the Prince of Darkness. He is even linked with Thoth and some of the myths.
Who is the Prince of Darkness? The Undertaker. Press one. Yeah. Damn, bro. Let me stop. Let me stop right now. No. Ugh. Say it again. Mufasa. Oh. The Undertaker. Okay? The Undertaker. Okay?
Which also fits into other names of the Demiurge, such as Yaldabaoth or Yahweh El Dabaoth.
You see why the Undertaker raised Stone Cold Steve Austin on a cross? Because Stone Cold represented what? What did he have? Austin 3:16. But it was really John 3:16, for God so loved the world. What? Okay, so that's why the Undertaker took Stone Cold into the grave in the big WWE event. And it finally hit me like, wait a minute. This is all biblical replay. Yeah. He put him in the grave and took him. Got you.
Thoth, Da being the African word for serpent, and Ba being the part of the soul that continues after death. Tha is accredited with the creation of language itself, and the spelling upon which all magic is based, and all the secret codes.
The spelling in which all magic is what? Okay, family. Okay.
Number codes I've uncovered, etc. Thoth is also attributed with adding 5 extra days to the 360-day year.
Change the days. So all those attributes that God is telling you what this entity and beast can do, there it is.
Ptah is also associated with the Apis bull, as was Christ via the identity of Serapis. Bull later becomes the bull slain by Mithras and probably alludes to Abel slain by Cain in the Garden of Eden, who is also Osiris that is killed by Seth, as well as being a representation of the age of Taurus. Serapis was a composite character just like Christ, and according to many esoteric researchers like Michael Sarion, Serapis was the basis for Jesus Christ.
excuse me, but Antichrist means in place of, aka substitute.
I've suspected something, that's why she brought me in. We arranged to meet one night at a bar called Aphrodite.
Apostle Peter equals inversion of Christ. Now you see what the upside down cross is all about, an inversion, an upside down version of historical events, prophecy, and what is to come.
On Second Street. But when I looked into her eyes, I very quickly realized the price was right, the deal was struck. I don't think that she gave it a thought. It was plain to see that the lady was love blind. It was clear to see, it was clear that she was love blind. Out into the foggy night, into the city's blurry light, I drove alone. I wonder then what kind of place would make a man lose face. I pieced together clue by clue just what a faceless man would do. Wasn't hard. Who would he love? Where would he go? Places faceless men would know. On Second Street, I was close, I was near, but that woman just wouldn't hear. It was plain to see that the lady was love, was close.
I had to eat them hot chips real quick. But I want you to see. See, it's stuff like this that happened when that Christ on that mountain got struck down with lightning. This is all orchestrated. Yeah. All of it. And I saw Satan what? As lightning falling from heaven. Press 1. You see how his head is in lightning gold right there? This is what they're creating, family. This is the earth you live. This is where you live. It's not a coincidence or none of that stuff. They let you know what time it is. They just had Lucifer race put in your blood. Remember? COVID. You remember? Or y'all forgot? Or that's old already? Oh. Oh, and I saw Satan fall to earth like lightning. And that's what this is. You're supposed to know that you've been under the power of the Antichrist. Their way into the kingdom was their version of what that movie, that little video was just playing. Peter was their way into the kingdom. So he became the king of both worlds, land and sea. Press 1. You see? And what was his ultimate goal? Was to be placed in the heavens. He will be like the Most High. Talk about Osiris and them, right? Talk about Osiris and them. I will be like the Most High. Place my kingdom above the stars in this type of speak. So his whole obligation is fulfilled with Ptah, Peter. You've been under his control for a long time. He's just devouring and doing what he do, and his cult of believers doing what they do. Now, I'm not saying take my word on it. That's for you. I've learned to let people study, and when they're ready, that's you feel me. They'll come with some questions, and maybe some answers right after that, and not be all over the place. And really, I just want you to know that the Catholic Church created all of that and whitewashed the true kings and queens and bishops and order of the old world, was which was your world. All of the great oil paintings of the past, these are all that all represent, and they made it external. I told you it was a slave from Africa. Yes, it's a catastrophe. Yeah, it's written and all that, but you still got to wake up and ask questions. Don't be like Neo when he was afraid to speak, when he couldn't speak. That's what all of this. That's what knowledge and wisdom is for you to be able to converse and speak and make sure we all on the same page. All this is, all this is. Let's go here.
Why does nobody ever talk about this verse? Revelation 19:17 says, "And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the birds that fly in the midst of heaven, Come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great."
What is the origin of Serapis?
Serapis was intended to take the place of Horus in the Roman Empire under Emperor Constantine. Sylvester's team created the god Serapis from the mythology of ancient Egypt. Serapis was considered to be the son of Isis as a result. However, at the First Council of Nicaea in the year 325, Serapis was introduced as a replacement for both the son Horus and the father Osiris by Sylvester's team. Serapis being both the son and the father at the same time was not deemed appropriate by Arius' team. So the question arises, if Serapis stands for both Horus the son and Osiris the father, then Isis could not be Horus' mother. In that case, is Serapis the son or the father? And if the latter, then who is the mother of Serapis? It wasn't until 106 years later, after Sylvester's passing, at the Council of Ephesus in the year 431, that Isis, the forerunner of Mary the mother of Christ, was adopted as the mother of Serapis.
Okay. Oh my goodness, family. Is that right there? Just let me know, like, okay. So what you're dealing with here is a return of the order, a return to the law. Press one. I mean, that's what I get. I mean, anytime where you get to where you look back and wait a minute, this is all a replication of the old from Osiris. So this is still talking about Serapis. So when you see this, right? Let me show y'all something. When y'all see this, not only are you looking at, you know, uh, depictions of kings and stuff with things on their head, but you're looking at many gods, and one of them, the hugest one, when the creation of many gods broken down into many different ones, is Serapis. When y'all see this stuff, it's all about Serapis. And then I told y'all, John Paul Jones, Richard versus Serapis, United States, 1779. Press 1. Where am I getting this from? Right here. Right here. John Paul Jones. He's a pirate. Press 1. He's a pirate. He attacked British ships Press one. But it's a trip how many people don't know not just the similarities, but even the story of the brazen serpent. And that alone people should be quite aware of, like, oh, that's what Jesus was saying. I am the brazen serpent. That's me. I'm the brazen serpent. You can type into Google Jesus, the brazen serpent, and it'll tell you Jesus. Jesus was the brazen serpent. And what did Jesus say? I was with you in the beginning. Yeah. I was with you in the beginning. That's what he said. So what's the beginning? The beginning of time. Remember in Al Pacino movie, The Devil's Advocate? What was Al Pacino saying? I've been with man since the beginning. He was mad as hell. I'm a humanist. He was talking shit. And that's the same thing. It was like, I've been with you since the beginning. And if you were there in the beginning, does that mean you was there in the garden with Adam and Eve and the tree of good and evil, and what God said, my tree or that tree? Plus one. And you went with what tree? We all know what tree we went with. And let's not play retarded. We said, you know, God, your tree ain't got this. The serpent came out the tree. Should I do this? The serpent. We all know the story, y'all. I know some people like, damn, Kev, this shit make this better than Bible school, right? The serpent comes out the tree, right? Meaning teaching all of this shit that tastes good. Press one. Out the tree of knowledge and right up out of there. With everything you looking for. Every religion, every God, all you gotta do, don't worry. All you gotta do is ask for forgiveness of your soul. Jesus don't want you to be like him. What's that one? Like the Most High. She said, I'll take it. First one, I'll take it. Be like that. Control over Adam? Hell yeah. So he seduced her and she partaketh with. Is this that hard, family? Kev, the only one real nigga bringing Bible studies into the internet. What? And said, I got all these teaching. Press one. And then God came and said, Eve and Adam, he called Adam.
Unknown
What are you
caller.
doing? Press one. Who? But Jesus, they didn't even know this right here. We gonna get to it. Hit the phone line, 424-209-9506. It's like a parent leaving his Oreo cookies. Don't touch these cookies. Soon as he leave, you can get one. Press one. My mama said, press one. She ain't gonna do nothing. Come on, fool. Don't be scared of dad. He ain't gonna do nothing. My mama gotta get up there, get the cookies. We getting in trouble. Press one. Now, it ain't like Pops didn't know you was about to go over there and get the cookies, right? Because when we left, we was laughing at the fact that they finna go over there and eat them goddamn cookies. They don't know that was. And they finna eat the cookies. Watch this. You go right up. And you ever seen the Halloween little memes that come where they leave the bowl of candy and say, don't touch it, then they walk off? So if you can do it, why you don't think I can do it? You don't think he know you was about to get involved with the ultimate
Unknown caller.
trickster of all time? Press one. The ultimate trickster of all time. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go. I'll be right back real quick. Listen to this, and this is what it is. Listen to this.
Horus and Set both vie for the throne. This protracted contest is chock full of instances in which Isis endeavors to place Horus on the throne with the use of her magical arts. Her most notable contributions are coming to Set in the guise of a beautiful woman so as to manipulate him into making himself a hypocrite, accidentally impaling Horus with a harpoon while Set and Horus are thrashing about in the Nile, transformed as hippos, showing sympathy to Set and having her head chopped off by Horus for interpreting her compassion as betrayal, and finally, tricking Set into eating Horus's semen by putting it on Set's favorite lettuce plants. To sum it up, Isis was the epitome of meddlesome. Sometimes her interventions were to Horus's profit, and sometimes they went awry, but in the end, Horus wins out and is made king. Because Horus was representative of the living pharaoh, Isis was perceived as a surrogate mother for the pharaoh, and thus, as a bridge between the royal family and the divine. Isis's motherly quality blanketed the whole population. She was seen as a stalwart protector of children, and her name was invoked when curing the sick, particularly when treating childhood ailments. She was the matron of many domestic arts and was credited with teaching Egyptian women how to weave, bake, brew beer, and much more. She was also the paragon of motherhood, to which all women of that time aspired. Isis possessed an unparalleled mastery of the magical arts. She used her abilities on many occasions, and one of the best known instances transpired.
Okay, so the real question is Ptah Satan? That's the real question. Is Ptah Satan? The spirit of Ptah. Is that Satan? And if so, or why not? But why did Jesus call Peter Satan? And if Peter is called Satan by Christ himself, why are y'all Catholics under Peter? So Peter is Antichrist. He's a Christ denier. And the Antichrist is a worker for Satan. There are many Antichrists. In fact, the father of Antichrist and Satan's seat. Where is Satan's seat? If Peter is Satan, then what would Satan, where would Satan's seat be? if if Peter is Satan, what, 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 and he's the rock flat nosed foreigner, because that's all the flat nosed are, foreigner. Press 1. He's the Brahma bull, the rock, baby. You get it? So tell me, family, I'm here. 424-209-9506. Y'all tripping. Where my class at? Where is so is this Satan's seat? Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me go. I like this with the class. I like this with the class. Is this where y'all saying Satan's seat? Are we saying is this Satan's seat? Is that what y'all saying? And who is that back there? raising up out of the atomic bomb? Press 1. Who is that back there raising up out of the destruction of the world? Who is that? Who is that? If that's Satan's seat, press 1. Or is that just
Unknown caller.
oh, we in a building. Woo, that wind blowing outside, y'all. It blew everything off my table. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
What's going on, Kev? Give us this Coffee and Cuz. What's good, bro?
What's up, man?
Now I just want to chime in on your teachings. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Is Peter Satan, and is this Satan's seat? Who is this behind the Pope? Go ahead.
Okay. Behind the Pope, now you gotta. What people don't understand, there's 3 popes. There's the white Pope, there's the gray Pope, and there's the black Pope.
Oh my goodness!
Okay?
Not this one again. I'm not going here.
No,
Thank
no.
you.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Kev, listen to what I'm telling you.
The main thing,
Yeah.
and who is this in the background? Who is this? This is the main thing I'm asking. Who's that behind?
The one that's in the back. The one that's in the background is like what you're saying. That's Serapis. That's Osiris. That's Satan. Okay.
Okay.
Satan. Go. He's the Antichrist. He's the demonic entity.
Well, there are
now,
many. There are many antichrists, but he is the spirit behind.
Now check this out.
Go ahead.
What it said is every 4 years, every inaugural election, every time the president gets elected in the inaugural election, right? The moment that they inaugurate him, that's the reincarnation of Osiris. You got to recycle it.
Because the president is a soulless dead person who is acting in place of in power. He's under the power of the Holy See. So yes, he's a power of Rome. So yes, just like the Pope.
He's carrying the soul of Satan. Every reincarnation, which is Satan, is Osiris, which is Satan, which is Saturn.
Let's just Saturn, the black sun, and
Saturn,
all this
Satan,
stuff.
Osiris,
Right.
Satan, Serapis.
Right.
You know,
right.
it's all.
He has many names. He has many names. Call him Dad.
Many names.
But he said in the Devil's Advocate, I have many names. Call me Dad. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the Pope, the popes are the fishers for his energy.
We got it. I got you. We're gonna get into that. I only wanted to stay
but
here.
You gotta get into the black nobility.
We got it. We got it.
And the black Pope.
Okay, that's right.
You got it.
All right. You gotta be in the class though. You gotta be in the class though. Now look, is this Satan? See, now my man said Serapis. Cool. Now what I want to show you is the real seat. The real seat is what's important. Press 1. The real seat is what's important because that's not the seat. That's just a sculpture. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That's just a sculpture. He just letting you know what it is while you thinking it's something else. That's just a sculpture. The seat is much more. Press 1. The seat is much more. It's everything you ain't supposed to do. So once you realize the seat of Peter is so much more, so much huge and bigger, press 1. And understanding what all of this is. Look like an explosion, doesn't it? It's the same representation as that. From that perspective, from straight on. And your kingdom, their kingdom is that of the dead. Trust me on that. They want complete annihilation. But their coming of God is that of Satan destroying the world, and yours is the redemption of. So there is a clear distinction between the two. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't or nothing. So you're looking at the throne of Ptah. They still wear the old headdresses of old. Press one. No reason to get offended. No reason to run and hide. Okay? So all y'all, the coat of Peter, the coat of Ptah, all these little hand gestures, all of these things come from the coats. And while you think you studying magic and all this other stuff, and the most high, y'all most high, is that of your father. And I know where Satan's seat is. Press one. Sorry about that. See, you gotta study to show thyself approved, man. You gotta do your research, family. You gotta know. You gotta know where Satan's seat is, and why, and who he is, and what his enslavement practices are. Press one. Once you know the enslavement practices and way you enslave by the dead, press one. By the dead trust, and you're presumed dead at birth, a stillborn, and they enslave you and take control of your trust, presumed dead, all in replacement of the saving of your soul. Press one. All for the saving of one's soul. It's a corporate business practice. Press one. They incorporated the church and stole the tithes of God for a 501c enslavement charter of debt. All debt. Press one. Enslavement against the Magna Carta of the great kings, especially King George, Edward, James, all of them. Press one is against the contract itself. Your only redemption is to adhere to the contract. That's it. You want to beat the devil? You have to not be a criminal and adhere to the law. Because you come into a point I like to call 0 point, where time start working in reverse, and where you start seeing the same thing over and again, and be like, wait a minute, this is the same thing that happened in 2019. You know why? Because we don't reach operation 0 point. There comes a point in the timeline where that middle dot is the big dot, and the closer we got to the source, we go through it, and then we come out the other side, and we start operating in reverse. Our point to fix what happened in the past, and things of these natures can happen with the changing of one mind. You don't change the dynamic right here. It's just a timeline of events, getting back to when it happened, going back in time further. And you can see the land before time. And I ain't talking about no damn dinosaurs. Press one. I ain't about no damn dinosaurs. I'm about when people who look like you and I ruled the nation before the corporation, who established laws, the orchestrators of law, the upholders of law and justice, is you. You the only one who can turn it off, not watch the dumb shit on the internet. And if you do, know that it's just mere entertainment, not nothing that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times you don't even be wanting that shit in your house. You just be wanting to learn, work. You know, pass the day real evenly. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we do here. All the extras, we leave that for Caro at night, Coffee and Kush TV. Where you can chill, relax. But we started to realize Peter, Ptah, Serapis, this is all the same. This is all the same. And the Christ caught them worshiping false deity, idol worship, idol worship. Why else would Christ go in the church or in the temples flipping over things? Because they was all sacrificing to what? What was they sacrificing to? What was they sacrificing to? Baal. And what's Baal? What's Baal? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's the bull. The bull, once again, sacrificing their children to Baal. For what? Their firstborns. Just like that birth certificate. All that, boom. You see how it happens? Now you back in it. Corporately. And trafficking. That's why the Magna Carta made this illegal. Though the Catholic Church or Satan's kingdom had no power over you for 1,000 years. It had no power. But once he get loose, he able to remember for a season. For a season. The Magna Carta was against these banking strategies of the dead. These corporations trafficking people as human cargo in some old commerce, bottomless pit way of thinking, some way of maritime law infusing itself on the land, just like Peter. See, Peter wants to not live in Satan, don't want to live in a bottomless pit. He wants to come up on the land. Press one and live and take as many souls because he only here for a short time, and down there is boring when you got to sit there for 1,000 real years that aren't in time immemorial. Press one day by day. How much time you get? Oh, press one. I'm convicted forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Don't you ever get a chance to go outside? Press one. I can imagine this conversation in hell. Press one. Don't you ever get it say? Don't you ever shut up, punk? Press one. Yeah, I come out every day, let me out every 1,000 years. Press one. What you do when you go out there? Look for somebody to bring back, bro. Bro, I need some company. I don't want to be down there. And you shouldn't want to be down there with bored ass people with nothing to do, moping around. It's just like jail, just hotter and smellier. Press one. It's just like jail. Now, some of y'all so evil, y'all like to be in jail and hell, whatever you want to call it. That's cool. Press one. Not me. I try to like the movie say, do the right thing. Hit that like button and subscribe. Serapis. And don't forget, you under Serapis control. That's the Holy See, that's the Pope and all of that. That's the whole flipping of you under that control. Maritime, good old Serapis. You fight for the flag every 4th of July. You come on now and say, Satan, Satan rules. Press one. So I don't even know why you making fun of Rihanna and how the Super Bowl look when your ass about to pull out that barbecue grill, pull out your favorite baseball cap, and worship Serapis just like everybody else. For all have sinned against God. Oh, beautiful for spaces, guys. Press one, and we done fucked up. We done fucked up and took after the banner of what? The damn devil. The devil. Now, don't be mad at me. Everything that I'm saying, you can Google it.
Unknown caller.
Go ask your Google. Go ask your Google God of everything that I'm saying here. Coffee and Kush TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Charles calling in from Atlanta, man.
Talk to me,
Hey,
champion.
Kev.
Yes, sir.
All right, I just, I'll be going on my studies. You send me down a path. I get to walking, and I just now had like an epiphany, man.
Go ahead.
All right.
Express your epiphany with us.
All right. So the flag, the wartime flag, the Serapis flag, and everything like that. You just now said something about the 4th of July.
Yes.
All right. And I'm going to bring it all around, but I got a question. All right. The dad of Charles Dawes, who is Rufus Dawes, was born on the 4th of July. And with them getting everybody, with Charles Dawes doing the Dawes Act and everything like that, is that like, would that be like, I don't know, I don't know what the word is, but almost like a sacrifice, just like an exalted and raising up of his dad by saying the birth of this country will be on the 4th of July, even though that's what was documented to be his?
Yes. And the 4th of July, we pull out the barbecue. We barbecue time. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. That Title 36 is everything. Everybody is in there. All of the false actors and everything that we speak of and we pull from. And I forget what the acronym is, but I know the acronym, but I forget what it stands for. But the one Mollus, MOLLUS, that one was the one with Rufus Dawes and several other ones. But that led me to the 40 and 8. That brings up all the characters that you talk about all the time, which is Charles Dawes. I want to say George Louis Gillespie might have been in Mullis.
Yeah.
But like everybody that we're talking about is in all of these things. But 40 and 8, the reason I brought up 40 and 8, that's an honor society of the American Legion. Some notable members of the 40 and 8 are Charles Dawes, Prescott Bush, and also, what's the other man's name? Harry S. Truman.
Harry S. Truman?
Yeah, Harry S. Truman.
Go ahead.
And the founder of the 40 and 8, I don't have his name right in front of me, Kev, but I sent you his picture the other day, and I got a feeling that ties everything in that you were saying. That's Lenin, man.
Oh,
that's Lenin. I'm pulling it up right now. If I'm taking away from the class right now, please stop me,
You're not
bro.
taking nothing. You're not taking away nothing. You talking about Joseph William Breen? That's John.
There you go.
That's the communist Mr. Lenin. So we got Hitler and Lenin over here at the same damn near the same. Bro, this shit, wow, bro. Let me put this on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
and
Mr. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Check this out, though. We flip it going back to Fort Sill. Fort Sill is in Oklahoma, right? Oklahoma is where the Dawes Act and everything was. A lot of stuff was going on in Oklahoma. Not the Dawes Act, but the Dawes Roll. The Dawes Rolls. So when I went into Fort Sill, I found something called the 45th Regiment, the 45th Infantry. And up until, say, the mid to late 1930s, do you know what their symbol was?
No.
It was the swastika. In America, the swastika again in America.
In the 45th Infantry? Did you send that to me?
The 45th Infantry. Yes, sir.
Oh, let me
yes,
bring
sir.
that up. Let me bring that up right now, sir, so the class can see. Thank you. Go ahead, champ.
Yeah, and then they flipped it. You know what they flipped it into? Well, what it reminds me of, and you know, it was like the composition of this infantry was like the nations, these 50 nations that came together. You had the so-called Native American, not the real ones. You had all different types of people. You had, I want to say French people even in it. But they switched it into that bird I always see when I play those Nazi type games.
Yes, sir.
Like, you know,
the Rising Phoenix.
There we go. There we go. The Thunderbird. Yeah, the Rising Phoenix.
The Thunderbird. Ain't that what niggas used to drink back in the day?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. But Kev, yeah, it's like man, you a humble dude, man, because you say things like I might be right and stuff like that. You were totally right. You were totally right. And if anybody doubts that, you just got to do your own independent research. Everything that Ken say is exactly right. Like, these people that came here and they destroyed us as a nation. They took the names of the nobles, everybody. They took the barons, they took the dukes, they took everything, and they gave it. They pressed it upon themselves, especially Gillespie, because everywhere you look, it says Gillespie. Like that whole T.A. Gillespie. That was another aha moment for me. Like,
wait. What was? Oh yeah. With the bass, I know that made Said, because Said is the one who, like, bro, your name is like huge, and like Said is the guy. He's the one who pointed me in the right direction, and we both just been on a tear ever since. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's like that was the largest motor and munitions plant in the country at the time when they had that explosion. That's why it was such a big hole left in the ground. It's like when all of that happened, that was the point where it shifted over. And they took it from King Gillespie. Everybody needs to hear me when I say that. King Gillespie.
So you know George Washington is Gillespie, and there's the corporate George Washington, and Hitler and all of these guys stole this Gillespie type name and gave themselves access to one of the greatest, not just countries and powers on the planet. And I think that's a beautiful, like a beautiful what the fuck moment in one's life, maybe yours or mine, because we've been all studying this. It's like, wait a minute. And you get to a point where Kev ain't just making this shit up. This shit is real. Like it can be like, wait a minute, you got to be kidding. No. When you talk about the nobles, and if George Washington, and it just makes perfect sense about the removal of our last names, incorporating and giving everybody else sovereignty, especially the names of nobility, like you said. Especially the names of nobility.
And it's like the propaganda. You could see right around that time when they were shifting the propaganda. It's like a while ago. It was a minute ago. I really have to dig to find it. When they had that picture of George Washington and they said, beware. And beware of, I forget what he was saying, beware, but we was playing with it, but it turned into, in my mind, beware of the Frenchman, the corporate George Washington, the one that they were bringing upon.
Right. It said beware of the Frenchman, and it had George Washington, the corporate looking Frenchman, because that's how they look. They look like that.
Yes.
You go back into the French. Yeah, you go out there. We got real hair and perm like Snoop Dogg, and they got the fake one. Come on now, let's just be real. You know.
That's it, man. But man, that clicked it for me right there. Is like, and that's the connection. Because remember, Prescott Bush was the one that was laundering the Nazis' money, and he was the one that almost got caught up in that whole treating with the Enemies Act and everything like that.
Yes.
And all of these people, whether it was Charles Dawes, who happened to be a vice president at the, you know what I mean, along with the one that pretty much tore down everything with the financials. And it's like you said yesterday with the, all right, that's a question I got for you. Could you replace like security and insurance? Are they like kind of sort of interchangeable as words?
What, like securities and what?
And insurance.
I don't know. That's a good
question. Because, you know, when you said it yesterday, like the social insurance numbers on
Oh,
it, and what we've been
yes,
talking
yes, yes,
about with the
yes, yes,
SHQA trust.
because they hold the securities. Who hold the securities for the insurance? Let's say Lloyd's of London. Let's say the Queen, the Pope, and all that's going back into the
Yeah,
trust. Go ahead, King. Yeah,
everything
I
go
get what
back.
you say. I
Yeah,
get what you
everything
asking
go
now.
back.
Yeah, it makes sense
All
that it
right.
would, right?
Right. And then check it. I looked up. You remember we was also playing with the number of the beast, the 666
Right.
or the 616,
Right.
and it was going, But I looked up House Resolution 666. Oh man, I'm pulling it up. And I'm excited right now, Kev. You don't know, bro. You don't know like how everything just fell into place for me. Oh man, let me just Google it. HR 666. It blew my mind. It's a public health bill. Man, pardon me, man, because I'm just driving, but it's something to do with like the live birth and birth certificates and everything like that. House Resolution 666. And I don't even want to go too much further because I ain't got it right in front of me, man. But, man, thank you, man. You out here really freeing the minds of men, man. You really giving me the confidence I need to be able to be like, what are we living in? What did me personally even just go through over the years I've been on this earth planet, man?
Oh, is it like
And
it modifies what? What does it? Oh, okay. Go ahead. I thank you for those kind words, champion. I appreciate that.
That's it, bro. That's it, man. But again, man, I'm excited, bro, because like I said, it is like a real breakthrough. Like you just gave me a confirmation that I needed, man. Thank you.
I appreciate you, and there's more to come, champion. Thank you for the call.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody want to call in, bro, like I say, if it's built on this show and what we talking about, then it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But like he said, when you studying as much people are studying, like he's studying all the articles. He's running through them, looking at all the characters in history. Like, damn, this is all Ward. This is all flat nose Peter right here. Dolls. They all facilitated in the overthrowing and overturning, and all of them was made 501(c) put into steal from the trust and totally flip this nation upside down. That's all in the articles. And when he ready, he got it displayed. See, when you studying it like the articles and you able to see it play by play, I'm not even studying the articles. I seen it. I saw the titles. I said, "Oh, here it is, right here. He got a whole fucking play on Earth. The whole takeover of America is in the articles. In the title, what is it called? Title 36. I couldn't believe it. I said, damn. From the boys, from all the Legion to Boys and Girl Clubs to, uh, what they call them little boys who come from the Hitlers, right? Boy Scouts and shit. All that began to get funded. Boom, 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 boom. Catholic Church taking possession of everything. Remember, they went in business with Rockefeller, Wild Bill. Remember Devil Bill? They went in business with the devil. Well, press one and started stealing the land of the black people. They went in business with oil tycoons, which is forbidden again by U.S. Constitution and the Magna Carta. They tripping, bro. And they ripped the land right up into there. And by way of Catholic Church, press what? That's why, listen, they're good at excavations, removing the bodies and gold and stones. They the ones who the federal government owns most of the land, right? That's them. They know they can't own it, so they trying to act as a government body called the federal government. Because once you wake up, you're going to realize that's the Holy See and say, wait a minute, bro. This is what King and them said you better not do. Long live the king. Press 1. Once you elect the king and not a democracy, you don't want democracy. Democracy is Satan. That's demonology. That's demonocracy. That's a worship of Serapis in the bottomless pit. You want freedom? Pledge to God and be redeemed and saved from hell, from the pits of hell. Press 1. And what you, like Tupac say, nigga, you come to Cab Road, nigga. You fine, bro. Come to Cab Road, bro. Y'all, bro, I'm being scared in your lives to fight back. This is the only weapon I got right here. Press 1. That's it. I ain't nothing federally you can do. You are a 14th Amendment citizen with privilege. Press 1. Don't you cross the street. You want to cross the street, and if I see you, pay the Pope. Press 1. Pay the ticket. That is not our ticket's supposed to go to the motherfucking king who's sent to us by God. But we didn't want king. We wanted democracy. We want Adolf Hitler. Press 1. We don't want the king. We want Hitler. Press 1. We want the Vatican. Press 1. We don't want the king. We want Pharisee. Press 1. We want Serapis. Press 1. We don't want, nah, bro. We cool, Moses. We rather worship the bull. Press 1. We rather worship. You ever heard of that shit called the book? That's that bullshit. Well, if I was, look, that's so biblical because that's all y'all been up to. It's some bullshit. Press 1. Throwing shit at the wall, hoping something stick. And now that y'all being exposed, and we gonna get into Ptolemy and all of this God of this one and that one. Press 1, and I'm gonna show you who the brightest person is out of all the conscious community. Press 1. Nobody ever broke this shit down. Tell them, Taj. We know the bull, but it never made sense. Yes, bro. They called them worshiping Serapis and stealing tithes, bro, and selling shit. Press 1, getting the tax write off. That's the kingdom of the dead. That's why they got the Dead Sea Scrolls and the dead and Osiris, the god of the dead, and you got to go through him to come back alive. And press 1. No, bro. This is the ultimate blasphemy. First of all, you trading in your sovereignty to worship something for something you already have, like everything you need. You don't need a loan. If you ain't did the work to put the money in to buy you a goddamn station wagon, that don't mean if you want to sign up. That's how our brothers got beat at the company store and became indebted to the company store. That's all the federal government is a company store. And that's how we became. You want to borrow some tools? I had to get some beer, so I pawned my tools. Boss, can I get some tools here? You owe $40. That's how much I get paid, bro. Hey, you want the tools or don't you? Press 1. Loan sharking you with your own shit, cause you want more and more and more, and you're not ever satisfied. Press 1. You don't just want a good man. You want a good man who's 6'4", make over $130,000. So all you got to do is bring $40 a month to the table. You don't really want them. Press 1. Women really don't want to trade up this beautiful life they got to serve God. Hell no, nigga. Food stamps are God. Well, them food stamps say, "In God we trust." Press 1. Give me those. Press 1. I know how my people think. They will trade God in for some food stamps. And then wake up talking about God is good. Press 1. Our people cold. But that's why y'all serve. That's why y'all serve other gods, bro. This is why y'all are fucked up and cursed. Because you ain't woke up and realized you won't get nowhere with that bullshit. Press 1. The eclipsed moon and sun and all of this astrology nonsense. You have bonded yourself to the devil. And what I mean by the devil mean your adversary. The person and the God and the people that are against you. You have fallen prey. Press one. Your ass done went to Mexico to get a butt lift and ended up in the cartel. Press one. Fucking around, and you gonna find out what fucking around get you. Uh uh. It won't get me. So, who is the religion of Serapis, and who are their worshippers of Serapis? Well, you call them Catholics, but I call them caustics. Press one, and just because you're Christian don't mean you're not Catholic, because a lot of y'all are under the power of Catholic, of the Pope's authority. If your church is 501c and get handouts and benefit, you are under. He don't give two shits. Y'all like a bunch of employees who talk about the white man. It's like talking about your CEO boss who ain't never there. Shut the fuck up and get back to work. Who cares? So this is the serpent. Now I'm not saying boo but you gotta understand the reason why and the difference between fiery serpent and all of that and the serpent. And I ain't talking about like some big horned nothing. I'm talking about the deity that was in the tree of good and evil when Adam and Eve was told, don't touch it. Kev roll. That's what. Damn it. I'm invoking the spirit of Dick Gregory right now. God damn it. Don't touch it. God damn it. What the fuck is you doing? Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't even play with it. That's just women trying to rule over you. Want you to get all attached to your feministic side so the devil can lure you away. And she don't care. They got health insurance on your dumb ass. Bro, what? They don't care, bro. It's up to you to follow God's law, bro. Don't let Eve steer you back, steer you into. They bored. They ain't got shit to do. Don't let them steer you into anything. God said, remember the covenant. Remember this. Because in the end days, you're going to be glad you did more studying than the average man. You got to be able to see what's going on. Like, damn, this happened already. This had to happen already. Because you at that point in life where it's like, damn, them motherfuckers hit you with the Spanish flu and cause all of this stopping of time. And our time still ain't, people still ain't back. They still ain't back. They still a few years off. They still a few years off. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hit that like button and subscribe. It's been a blessing talking about Serapis. We're gonna talk more about these Egyptian, Kemetic, Greek gods turned English folklore over your historical prophetic book. They doing all this to stop the inevitable. They're like a bunch of people like, hey, don't look over there, press one. So that's what's annoying. That's what's annoying, and that they have like a bunch of signs and look over there. Look at us. We're right. We're right. But the truth is, Kev Gills, what will my man Ty say? Man, Kev is telling y'all the truth. You can research this. You can research this. Press one. This video is called The Expo of Osiris. I ain't ready to go. The Expo of Osiris. Press one. You feel me? Now, in the YouTube title, Serapis is in the description and in the title as well. But let's look at it. Y'all ready? Let's go. This is Osiris.
La procession du dieu qui allait de son temple de Tony Serrakeion à son temple de Canop suivait un canal sur 3,5 km de long, canal que nous avons retrouvé. Et quand la barque processionnelle arrivait devant le sanctuaire d'Osiris à Canop, le dieu était
You see that? Oh, right there.
soit inhumé, soit plus probablement jeté à l'eau du canal sacré, c'est-à-dire dans ses propres humeurs. Ce temple d'Osiris à Canop, nous l'avons retrouvé englouti sous les flots de la Méditerranée et recouvert de sédiments. À l'intérieur de ce temple, nous avons retrouvé la statue du dieu de ce temple, la statue d'Osiris sous la forme d'Osiris Apis, Serapis.
Oh my goodness. And why? Press 1. It's what? It's because a flat nose. Press 1. Flat nose Peter with the chipped off flat nose. Press 1. Proof. Anybody want to debate my silliness? Press 1. Hey, Taj. Anybody want to debate my silliness? It's a final proof. Peter with the flat nose. Press 1. You know how them black folks be like, they cut all the Pharaoh's nose off because of this one. No, they cut all the nose off because that's Peter with the flat nose. You would have seen that it wasn't you. It was the flat nose. The Egyptian things right there, that's flat nose. That's why they eyes, they ain't got no eyelids like that. That's why they all look Asiatic, because the Asians got flat nose, bro. And then these people, like the Caesar and the people that come from specific places of the world, they noses is built like some boxers and they're flat as hell, Prince One. A lot of Caucasian, Prince One, they know flat as hell, Prince One. So remember, shout out to Ali, King Care. You know, Ali is really, it's really just service to the people. It's really just King Y'all. Because that's what it's all about, the people. And the more you wake up or we wake up as a collective or whatever this is, it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing going on in the world. I mean, shit don't even look real no more. I watch the news and I'm like, bruh, that's it. That's it. They ain't got nothing else to run on. It's over. Donald Trump talking about freedom cities. We gonna get into that later on the program. Make sure y'all get y'all. We gonna be talking about that later on in the show. I probably got to get started around 6 o'clock p.m. or 7 Eastern time. Give me something to eat. But yeah, we gonna make for great conversation. Coffee and Kush TV coming up tonight at 7 o'clock right here Eastern time on Channel 54 Cairo University.